on, it's 6 o'clock. Rise and shine, rise and shine.
It's time for Early Break, brought to you by Gaina Trucking. Live from Lincoln, America. Here's Jake Sorensen.
Did seem kind of meh.
Husker Online, Steve Sipple.
Surprisingly good.
And longtime college football assistant coach, Bill Busch.
I want to buy a couple ducks. I'm bringing 2 ducks to the office.
This is Early Break.
Good morning. Happy Thursday to you, Steve Sipple, Jake Sorensen, Bill Busch on Early Break. We're having headset problems again to begin the show. Sip, can you hear?
Yeah.
Yeah, you can hear? Everything's good? All right.
Good.
All right.
Here, you want to try this one?
Checking things out. We got Rick Heyman today for Song of the Day. We'll get to some news and notes from a CBS Sports article here in a second.
Does Heyman know what he's up against? I thought about it on the drive in. He's up against Ronnie Millsap.
Yeah, that's going to be a tough one to beat. You guys gave it high scores yesterday, Ronnie Millsap.
And we've also got text messages in confirming. We got him out from First Rate Ag.
What was the song?
That was She Keeps the Home Fires Burning yesterday.
Millsap.
1985.
You remembered.
Well, he's got another song called Stranger in My House, which is it's like the opposite of that song, it feels like, but I like that one too. That one's on the radio more often than the one I played yesterday.
Stranger in My House.
Yeah.
Oh, Jake. All right. Good morning.
How
guys.
we doing today, everybody?
I'd say we're doing a little frazzled.
Yeah, we had
you can tell.
Had to get the stream figured out before the show. But Josh, please confirm breakers if you could. That
Do we have a stream?
We had our first Royals game of the season yesterday and it played in the middle of the day. It had also
rained out.
No, it didn't get rained out. It had a 5-hour delay.
5-hour delay.
It had a 5-hour delay.
Hour.
Supposed to start at 12:05, begins at 5:05 because of rain in Baltimore, and the Royals lose. I had a question for Bill before the show, Sip. I asked a philosophical question.
We did. Bill. It was just me and Jake, and the lights were kind of low. We had our coffee, and he goes, I want to talk to you.
I said, I have a philosophical question.
Oh, my God.
Yeah.
That's a little
Here's what I asked him. Here's what I asked him, Sip. I said, what is the football equivalent to a bad bullpen in baseball? And what was your answer, Bill?
The answer, I think I nailed it. Special teams. Special teams is the equivalent. You can do all these things right. You play good, and then it's just buffoonery on special teams.
Like a bad snapper.
Just a long snapper, punts shanked, miss the field goal, layup field goal, miss it, miss an extra point, whatever. Just anything bad that happens.
Yeah.
It could be like, okay, we have this thing. All we got to do now is just, hey, listen, we're going to take the lead. It's got to make the extra point, and you clank it. All of a sudden, the game's still tied. Things of that nature. It's
kind of a nice little exchange you guys had.
We did. It was just the two of us.
I needed some counseling because I was having some problems with what happened to the Royals yesterday. I'm not going to talk very at length about this, but I want to give you one stat real quick, okay?
Well, you can talk.
We don't talk baseball very often. I told Josh before the show, the Royal starters this year have pitched 37 1/3 innings and allowed 6 runs. That's phenomenal. That's the best in the majors for ERA. Here's the problem.
What is the problem?
Their bullpen has pitched 15 2/3 innings and give up 14 runs.
Ooh,
so they've pitched 23 less innings than the starters, and they've given up 8 more runs. That does not win ball games.
What if there's tension?
That's why I had to bring up the question.
You think there's a lot of like palms up when the starters walk by the guys in the bullpen?
These guys are going like,
maybe. What are you guys doing out there?
7 innings, 1 run, 8 strikeouts, and then here comes buffoonery in the bullpen to blow the game.
No, you got a good point.
I had to ask the question. I had to ask.
That's a good.
So there you go.
Need Goose to come in. Gossage.
He never played for the
Royals. We
Royals.
Could use Saberhagen out there probably.
Saberhagen.
Did Saberhagen go in the bullpen?
Yeah.
He was a starter.
I think he ended the
Wasn't
bullpen,
that the quiz? Was what we call Quisenberry?
Yeah.
Was it quiz?
I was going to say, I don't think Saberhagen.
Yeah, Saberhagen was a starter. Yeah,
Quisenberry. He's been a little. He's had some problems with facts lately.
That's not true. I gave you a fact right there about the stat.
Eddie Sutton.
No, that was bad.
I think it was Eddie Sutton.
Okay, upon further review on that one, Eddie Sutton.
He thought he was the head coach for San Francisco.
Eddie Sutton, Eddie Sutton ended his career at San Francisco in 07-08 as an interim head coach.
You're 50 years old.
So I knew he coached there.
That's not a big deal. Is it $1 billion? It's not that one.
No,
it's not
Tom
that
Chambers.
One. It's not that one. It's either Nash or Chambers. Not that one.
Anything else for idle chit chat? off the bat here. What we got here today?
I've got something.
What do you got?
I've got
Please.
something like that. Please. Something. It's incredible sometimes that you can watch a show that you've seen numerous times and be just as taken back, and then you go back and go, I learned more in this. I didn't even know this things that happened. So we watched a show last night. Actually, Laura, my wife, had it on by herself.
Laura.
On ESPNU.
Okay.
ESPNU. And I've seen it maybe 10 times. I've seen parts of it maybe more.
Okay.
But the ESPN 30 for 30 on 1983 NC State basketball, and they win it all with Valvano.
Yeah.
Have you guys seen that?
No.
It is. It's monumental.
Is it?
It's one of the most incredible stories. You just don't realize. Again, they're doing exactly what NC State is doing right now. They had to win the ACC tournament, and what they went through to win the whole thing, and then they're showing the other semifinal. They win the semifinal easy because Georgia had upset, I think, North Carolina, but the other semifinal was Louisville against Phi Slamma Jamma.
Oh,
and
yeah.
they showed that game, and it looked like it was the most insane ability of players. And I'm talking to my wife, and I said, I go, that's Akeem Olajuwon. He's maybe one of the top 5 players ever to play the college game, and he's also in the Hall of Fame in the NBA. So that's Clyde Drexler. He's also in the, and you watch the players out there, and then you're watching, and it was mesmerizing. We talked about, like, right now, there's a few big guys we're going to see in UConn and Edie in this Final Four, and then they were showing Ralph Sampson and Akeem Olajuwon, and it's not even close as far as those players. It's not even close.
Ooh, I'm glad you said that.
I mean, I'm watching Olajuwon play. It's ridiculous.
Right.
But anyway,
Thank you for
and they
saying
get into the finals, and and everyone, the articles are like, this could be a 40-point loss. This could be a 40-point loss. And they scored 90-something against Louisville, and they scored in the 50s against North Carolina State. And NC State wasn't holding the ball. They came out shooting like, no, we're not holding it. We're just going to play.
Was that who they have? Wittenberg?
Wittenberg,
Sidney
Lowe.
Lowe.
Yeah. Thurl Bailey.
Oh, Thurl Bailey.
Yes,
Good
was
name.
on that. Yes, was on that.
Thurl Bailey, Wittenberg, Lowe.
Yeah.
Valvano. Was that Corciani? They didn't have Corciani.
All these names you're dropping right now.
God, and then the story is tied in. It's interwoven. They go back. They go back and forth with later in with his fight for cancer, his fight with cancer, and his most famous ESPY speech that still is what everyone hears every year. But it was just remarkable to watch, and during this whole thing too, they have the whole team gets together. And they're just sitting there having lunch, and they're just talking back and forth. And then they go to the games, and they go to what was being said and what was said behind the scenes. And
30 for 30.
30 for 30. It'll change your life. It'll change your life. It really will.
Okay, now here's what I want you guys to do. Talk amongst yourselves. I'm going to run and get my glasses.
What's the problem? Oh, you can't see?
Yeah.
You're
Can't
blind
see.
right now?
You can't see.
Get that Frost article.
He's okay. We'll get that pulled up. We'll talk about the Scott Frost article here momentarily. But in terms of idle chit chat, I'm trying to think. Yesterday, I got honked at about, 7 times yesterday when I was on a walk.
What, the ticket?
Yeah, I think so. I think breakers were trying to bother me. I was with my wife on a walk, 3 miles
the breakers
or so.
wouldn't be bothering you. They're saluting you.
They tried to scare me. And
they tried to scare you.
It's partially my fault because I was walking on a busy road. I went to 70th, which is busy, and then it went to Capitol Parkway. Normal.
What were you doing on those two?
I know.
Who goes on a walk on those
I know.
streets?
You try to go to the quiet neighborhoods.
Yes.
I went to the loud ones, and people saw, and they were honking. It kind of got me jumpy the whole time. I was getting honked at. I had nothing
Who was
risque
honking
on.
at you?
Probably breakers that saw me walking.
Really? Were you walking with somebody?
My wife, yeah, Elizabeth. I'm just saying, I got honked at probably 7 times at least on this walk.
Plus,
70th in Capitol.
He's so popular.
That's not true.
He's so popular.
I was like, hey, listen.
That's incredible. Were you doing something
I said,
odd?
listen.
Did you have your shirt off?
My shirt was on. I had my Dolphins hat on, though. I had Dolphins hat on.
The wind was horrendous.
I would say it was.
It was like gusts of 50.
Bill called me on the walk. I said, I can't talk because I won't be able to hear you. It's so loud and windy. It's like I'll be yelling into the phone. You wouldn't be hearing.
You went walking out wind.
Yeah. I went out twice in that.
Did you?
Sugar. Yeah.
Sugar.
The wind
I guess
stops
I did
you.
too.
Yeah.
In the neighborhoods, it wasn't that bad.
Neighborhoods, when you get down in the bowels of a neighborhood, it's not as bad.
Right. The bowels.
It's not as bad. Where Jake was, you were taking the full.
Yeah, well, not the smartest routes we took there. You don't usually. I don't usually take the busy streets, but yesterday we had to mail something, so walked to the mailbox, and I was on the busy street, and then boom, that was the walk. So
That's interesting.
But I was also like, hey,
Mail.
I don't need my wife to be scared now because that means, hey, labor happens all of a sudden. I don't need to have it. I don't need to be
Incoming.
Right. So, thanks for the honks, but that was a little concerning yesterday.
Yeah. Are we doing roll call today?
Not roll call.
Okay.
Sip, your glasses are good. That's you got glasses on.
I think
now,
they're
right?
mine. Pretty sure they're mine.
I don't.
Yeah, they're mine. 100.
Seriously?
Where'd you find those at?
In my pocket.
Yeah.
Oh, so you thieved them from the station.
He did. They're
from
mine.
Bill.
In my coat pocket. I don't know. It's not. I wouldn't for sure say they're yours.
They're mine. Yeah, I bought those. I don't wear those ones. They're kind of like the smaller ones. Yeah, they're.
I've never seen you wear those ones before. I don't think. Sip.
Yeah.
I think those are Bill's.
Yeah.
I'd be surprised if they're Bills.
Okay. Well, maybe they're not.
Idle chit chat.
That is Idle Chit Chat, sponsored by our friends at Newton's Lawn Care. Please call or text Andrew at 402-440-6297. Remember, 50% off your first fertilizer application this spring at Newton's Lawn Care.
My application's down, guys. It's
done?
already, oh, yeah, it's done.
You're good to go?
First one is done. I've already seen the benefits of it also. We're much
In
greener.
what regard?
Much greener. The grass
Already?
is always greener. Oh, yeah, it's unbelievable. Yes.
That's right.
So it looks good.
It looks incredible is what it does. I got a little bit of work in the back. A large dog causes yard damage.
You have is Sugar large now?
Yeah, and she's about 80
She's
something.
still digging up
Oh
holes.
God, she is.
It's not something. There's some holes, but she digs kind of in the same spot, so I'm okay with that. If a dog digs, I'm not going to lose my mind on that.
No.
It's a lot of traffic. I mean, she's outside running around a bunch like that, and it's a big dog. And
She's a big dog.
It's a big dog, so it tears your grass up a little bit. But
Yeah.
it's like it's just a dog.
It's a dog.
It's a dog, and that's going to happen. So I'm not worried about
Yeah,
that.
I mean,
I'm not like going. We just got to keep her in the basement all the time. She can't go outside because of the
We're not doing
grass.
this.
I called
We're not
Bill,
doing
and
that.
Sugar was going crazy. A lot of barking yesterday.
There was.
on the phone call. I was like, I can't really hear you, Bill, because Sugar's going crazy in the background.
Her and the cats go at it quite often. They go at
That's
it.
what the problem
They
was.
were
Okay,
there.
the cats.
The cats go head to head a lot, and the cats just mess with her.
They get along.
They mess with her so bad because she's actually terrified of them.
Is she?
All of a sudden, she'll start to that, and they go at her and they hiss, and she just takes off running. Oh yeah, they're terrified. The cats run the house. The dog does not run it.
With cats and dogs, it's a myth that they don't get along.
Yeah.
They get along.
A lot of times they do. Now she'll walk right by him sometimes. It's like she knows. She's like going, okay, May's cool today. Just walk right by it, not think anything of it. That there's sometimes May's not cool right now. It's going to cause a problem. I'll show you a video when we get done.
Please
do.
I have a video
Please.
where Sugar's outside and we have a big glass door, and then she's outside and Max is inside, and there's just a stare down between the two.
Ooh.
In between, and Max is inside and kind of like, yeah, not coming in here.
No, you're not.
Not
Don't
coming
even
in here,
think about
buddy.
it.
Don't even think about
Think
it.
about it. Stay outside where you like it. And thanks to Newton's Lawn Care. 464-5685. Call or text as always. Saw an article yesterday by Dennis Dodd. CBS Sports.
CBS.
Would you call him a friend of yours, Sip?
Oh yeah.
You've talked to Dennis many
Oh, yeah.
times in the past.
Yes.
I mean, that's a big name.
Dennis Dodd's a big name.
Yes.
The article is titled Scott Frost Dying for Chance to Coach After Growing Older, Wiser from Disappointing Nebraska Tenure. So, of course, we haven't heard from Scott Frost in a long time since he has departed from Nebraska. He's down in Scottsdale, as this article points out, with his 3 kids and his wife down there in Arizona. Yeah, in Scottsdale, Arizona.
And that's where Dennis lives.
Dennis lives in Scottsdale?
Yeah.
I didn't know
Well,
that.
he has a house there. And so they met in a diner. Over breakfast. This interview, I think, transpired weeks ago.
Okay.
And they
Just was published yesterday.
Yeah. Now, then maybe the quotes about the job thing seem to be updated, maybe, but yeah, I know Dennis did this interview weeks ago.
Okay.
But anyway, yeah, Frost
What
is
diner?
I don't know.
Didn't say where it was
But
at.
they have a nice. They have a lot of diners down there. They're really
Scottsdale.
nice. Yes,
A lot of old people. Can I say
Yeah.
that?
I think you can.
A lot of olds in Arizona. One of the quotes was, for the first time in my life, I don't know what's next. I'm dying to get back in.
That was striking.
As Dennis points out in his next, he says, you don't see many national coaches of the year as young as Frost, age 49, without a job. But these are different times and unique circumstances, says Dennis. And we know that his name was brought up in this cycle. We heard Scott Frost in terms of coordinator spots, or at least mentioned for maybe not the Power 5 jobs, but maybe some Group of 5 jobs. But here he is, still not as a coach anywhere, and he's dying to get back in the game.
He is. This was a 70-minute conversation. That's a long conversation.
That's a long one.
It's a long interview. A lot of, I think that Jake, you might be able to find the paragraph. 52 jobs have opened since
52
in the last 2 cycles. And Frost had heard, he said, some teams gauged interest. I know that he visited UAB, like he was on their campus. So there's at one point, it was last year, that I thought, oh, he's going to get the UAB job. They wouldn't bring him to campus and then not hire him. Well, they didn't. I don't know what the deal was. But yeah, it was a fairly illuminating article, I thought.
Well, it's interesting because it doesn't mention Nebraska very much.
No, it purposely doesn't.
This was Dennis Dodd, a quick little paragraph, and then the quote from Frost. This is from Dodd. He says, the former Husker quarterback chooses not to reflect on the days at Nebraska. In fact, he prefers not talking about Nebraska. He says, quote, this is bad to say to a media guy, but I've never wanted to be a critic. I've wanted to be in the arena, which, of course, is referring to the coaching profession. He had nothing really to say about his time at Nebraska.
I imagine that the interview was done with the idea. I would almost guarantee Frost said, I'll do it, but I don't want to rehash Nebraska. And then, so I bet there was some parameters.
I would 100% agree.
Yeah, I bet
there was this isn't about what went wrong,
right?
A bashing. It's like, where are you going now?
Yes,
is what's going. But it is very odd. Is that he hasn't fallen into a coordinator role?
Mm-hmm.
I remember one time a few years back, I think it was Lane Kiffin he named like his dream team, and Frost was his offensive coordinator. We looked at right. Yeah, I don't think I'm wrong on this one. I really don't. There's a few years ago that he just named he named who he would have as like, okay, who would be. And he just kind of whipped guys, like names out. And like, I'd like to have Frost as my offensive coordinator. And it may have been 4 to 5 years ago, probably coming back from Central Florida.
It wasn't Whip.
What's that?
It wasn't Whip.
No, it was not Whip. It was.
He didn't make the dream team. This article also pointed up those amazing stats that I still sort of forget. That Nebraska was 4-21 in games decided by 7 or fewer points under Frost. 4-21.
Yeah, the record is remarkable. It was 16-31.
16-31.
Yeah.
In the time at Nebraska.
16-31. Mike Riley was 19-19, and I thought he was a federal disaster. Frost was 16-31. So yeah, but yeah, he wants back in. It's really, and he did say I thought it was somewhat illuminating that he said he'd gladly be a coordinator. Doesn't have to be as a head coach. I think a head coach is a reach for him right now. I think he's
depending on the level. You don't think Group of 5 school possibly for Scott Frost. I mean, Power 5 school. I'd be surprised if he got that job right now before another job was out there for him.
16-31.
That's a rough tenure.
You do have the UCF run still out there, so.
But it is a little bit shocking. A comparison would be Gus Malzahn.
Gus Malzahn
goes to Arkansas State, does very well, gets brought back to Auburn, goes ups and downs.
How did he do there?
They did pretty. They went to the national championship game.
Okay,
that's pretty good. That's like okay. That's a pretty good deal.
But it ultimately didn't pan out.
But he was hired instantly at UCF.
Yeah.
So it wasn't like a time. I don't know. I mean, so that's a little shocking with all the jobs because there's been some very good jobs that made Group of 5 jobs. You go like that is a great job. That is a great job. So I again, you just hope things work out for him to get a chance to get back on the field and hope things go well.
I would ask the Breakers 402-464-5685. Again, Matt Rule, your coach now, pretty popular with the fan base. People generally like him in terms of in the optics of what he possibly could be here. So if Nebraska is successful under Matt Rule, like, do you really care? I mean, will you still follow Scott Frost? What are the fans' rooting interest for Scott Frost? Will you root for him? Will you root against him? I don't know how you follow up that 16-31 tenure and how fans will view him in his next job because he will get a job at some point somewhere.
The one thing that I can guarantee is they would follow.
Okay,
they would know what was going on. I'm not saying passionately, like I never missed a game they played, but they'd be following.
Will they cheer for him?
That's the big question.
That one I don't know. That would have to be. I'd have to go to the phone lines or the text line.
Yeah,
To see-
that's
to-
a good
to-
way to handle that.
Because
Would you cheer for Scott Frost?
Early response is no on the text line. Early response is no.
but they would follow. They would
follow.
because there's a line. It'd be like,
Mhm.
I hope he fails again, so I'm going to follow it.
Mhm.
Or I hope he has success. It'd be good for him. He's from Nebraska. Hope he has success, so I'm going to follow. So the
Yeah.
following would happen.
I don't know what to make of. Why would you cheer against him? He didn't leave amid scandal, right?
No scandal. He was let go. Didn't choose to leave.
Right.
Yeah, he didn't depart for a different job.
I would assume that Trev Alberts is just like it's more recently, and also he left in his own terms. Scott Frost was fired by Nebraska. He did not resign to go somewhere else.
Yeah, I would think you're exactly right that Trev is less popular.
He has to be.
Frost was extremely, I don't mind saying this because I would tell him this to his face, extremely disappointing job by him here. Just disappointing. And
There's
in a
no
lot of
way
ways.
around it with the numbers. There's no way around it.
And what you expected versus the final numbers is not, they don't mirror up at all. It was just disappointing. But it wasn't like he didn't do anything really embarrassing here, and there wasn't a betrayal. Like there wasn't just a dead cold betrayal like Trev Alberts. So
It just didn't work out.
what are the breakers saying? What are you hearing?
Now I'm going to give YouTube
hear
a
some
chance
fans.
today because we got a lot of YouTube comments.
You really don't talk about the YouTubers at all.
I need to be
And it
better.
gets so
with YouTube.
awkward. I get so many
It is
texts from
awkward.
YouTube.
Jake
from
just
YouTubers.
avoids YouTube. He hates us.
He does.
How about I'll go with my first comments on YouTube today? How about that?
Yes.
All right. Walter says no thanks. Not rooting for Scott Frost.
Okay, Walter.
Quinn says I have no issues with him. He tried and it didn't work as a head coach. I'll root for him. So all right.
The effort level is what some people would cite as a reason not to root for him. Did he give it hell here? That's what I battle that myself. Did he give it hell here?
Greg says I'll always root for him. Dustin says Scott is still Nebraska and family still root for his success. So it's more in favor of Frost here.
That's very diplomatic.
Jack says Frost is bad news. That's Jack, by the way, from the Big Island in Hawaii, tuning in this morning.
Nice.
Hawaii.
The 808.
Yep. Sharpie says I won't root against him. I will not root against him. So that's more support for Frost.
That's how I would see it. I would see it. I said it one time when there was.
I wouldn't root against him.
When there was no, absolutely not. When there was because the one thing I can say, because I worked in the building with him for a short time, he's a great person. You can be upset with him for being upset with what happened or the wins or whatever. Not a bad person. Never one time did I think, oh, we got someone leading this program that should. I was like, nope. Great person.
No, there's
great
a reason. There's a
great
reason.
person to work for.
Yeah.
Everything about it. You approachable. You name it.
Mhm.
He was a incredible person, and everyone needs to know that when he was inside the walls and whatever everything he did here was he was a good person. How he handled himself, especially with his assistant coaches.
2 cycles have passed without him getting a job. Now he wants in badly. So hopefully he'll get a job. He said the NFL would be fine too, by the way.
Well, what you would look for is, does he end up in it? I'm kind of surprised in some capacity he's not at Ohio State.
Ooh.
In some capacity, because Chip Kelly.
Now here's the question.
Connection there of something with Chip, if something, because you have to remember now, if they do it's something that you talked about earlier this week, but I've not read yet. I don't know how to read on 3.
I'll show it to you.
That'd be nice. But when the staffs enlarge, and this is going to happen from everything we've been told, the staffs are enlarging, so Ohio State can bring him in.
Here's the question.
An on-field coach.
Here's the question I have for you. He was an on-field coach. He was a head coach. He was a head coach at 2 different places. Somebody said to me yesterday, would Scott why does he just go be an assistant quarterbacks coach somewhere? Some guys do not want to go from head coach to assistant quarterbacks coach. It would be hard.
It's been 2
for some guys.
It's been 2 cycles though.
I know. It's almost like ego.
Yeah.
And I don't think Scott has that ego. I think he likes ball.
Okay.
And so I think some people like the other part of it. They like being out in front. They want the microphone in front of them. They want all those things. I don't know if that's where he's at. I can't speak for him. I mean,
There's guys like that, though.
but he could easily, Chip Kelly can just be like, hey, Scott's coming in. He's going to coach the quarterbacks. I worked with him numerous times because guess what he can do now? He can coach on the field.
Mhm.
So he could be, it's a place of the connection. And his connections aren't real deep now with Mark Helfrich from Oregon. He's out of the game.
Out of the game.
And Chip Kelly's on the tail end. So sometimes when your ties go away, you're all of a sudden you start looking around going like, hold on, who am I connected to?
Right.
And then when the connections all of a sudden go they're like, hey, that doesn't fly anymore.
Right.
If you're on like if you were on the Saban, Kiffin, that group of people, but it kept expanding and going, eventually that will dry up too.
Mm-hmm.
And so right now he's not the one person left is Chip Kelly, and he's in a great spot. And so that wouldn't shock me if all of a sudden he ends up at Ohio State.
And what would you guess his
They
role?
can name his capacity of anything they want. I mean, anything they want to do, he can be.
What would you guess?
I would imagine they have him with the quarterbacks.
Assistant quarterbacks coach.
I think about another Husker coach who has been gone for a while, Bill Callahan, who you guys all both know very well. But he was let go by Nebraska. What's he now? He's still one of the best, probably the best offensive line coach for years in the NFL.
In the free world.
Maybe he wanted to be a head coach again, but guess what? He's been one of the best offensive line coach probably in the world.
In the free world.
The last 10,
Who's
15
better?
years.
Right. No, 100%.
Yeah, when you start naming names, he's on the
Right.
he's on the Mount Rushmore of offensive line coaches.
Everyone says that, and he proves it because his lines are good every single year. But that's someone that could have said, no, I want to be a head coach, but said, no, I'm going to be O-line coach. And he's been phenomenal at it for a long time. So it could be a way for Scott to look at that possibly.
Mm-hmm.
If he's not a head coach somewhere again.
Sure.
So give us this one, Breakers, because I made this comment to others, people 10 years from now. They bring back on back-to-back weekends home games before the game to honor someone. And they bring back Scott Frost 10 years from now. And then they bring back the next game, Trev Alberts.
Mm-mm.
What is the difference?
Well,
I think it's monumental.
One's happening and one's won't.
Yeah. But I'm just saying if it did happen,
Yeah.
there would be the whole place with 92,000 would stand and cheer for Scott.
Mhm.
And I don't think that would be the case on the other one.
I don't know. It wouldn't be.
Wouldn't be. There would be because of one was just a failure.
Yep.
And those things happen.
Yep.
And different things take place and what the reasons why, whatever.
Mhm.
The other one when you choose,
Mhm.
to
Turn your back.
when you choose to leave.
Turns his back.
It'll be interesting. At some point in time,
He
I
turns his back.
hopefully 10, 15 years from now, I hope there's a tell-all book.
No.
I would love to have the tell-all book of those 12 hours.
Which 12?
Trev's.
Oh, yeah.
Trev's
And just to know what was discussed because there's things mentioned in those text messages about I know there was issues.
Mhm.
I know there was issues that we can deal with those. It was in the text messages. Didn't name the issues. Love to know what they were.
Trev Alberts.
Okay.
Trev Alberts. Hold on.
Okay.
Trev Alberts. Yeah. He made a good decision not going to Memphis. You saw Memphis.
He stayed home and watched spring football.
It
at
was
College
It
Station.
was charged up in Memphis.
So
That
wouldn't have
would've-
been good.
No, it
No.
would have been bad. It would have been bad. Those were fired up fans. If they see Trev anywhere in the arena, it's going to get ugly. It would have got
Very
ugly.
hostile.
Yeah, it would. I'm telling you, it would have been ugly.
I'm with Sip on that one.
So
These were fired up
So
fans.
you guys are in the arena. All of a sudden, the jumbotron
Oh,
pops
boy.
up, and they show a pic, and they show him standing on the concourse.
It would not have been Nebraska nice.
The
No.
loudest booze you've heard in a long time.
And I think it would have gotten beyond booze. I think there would have been a chant. And I don't think it would have been pleasant.
Too bad Nebraska didn't win the game. If they won the game, it would have even better. Chant.
Yeah, these were fired up fans, and the wound was still really fresh.
On that note, Texture says, I would not boo Frost if he came back. I believe Trev is the only person truly deserving of boos for Memorial Stadium, and I hope that it happens.
Well, he won't. I don't think
No,
he'll
it won't
come back.
happen.
No,
But
he won't put himself in that position.
that spot.
Welcome back,
It'd
Trev
be really
Albert.
weird, Trev. Like it'd be really odd. I think it would be really odd to not be able to come back to your alma mater.
I'm always going to push back on one last thing.
Yeah.
Is there's always the time when it might be 5, 7 years, if there's ever a time when he just goes colossal error.
No,
That's all I'm going to say to you. I made a critical error.
Mhm.
This is why I acted the way I did. This is why I took the job.
Mhm.
You guys need to understand that. And now I admit,
I admit.
and then Nebraska fans would probably flip back pretty fast.
Mm-hmm.
if it was like
he would do that.
If he would do that,
Some sort of closure.
A closure, just like, this is why I left, and I shouldn't have done that,
Mhm.
and had an emotional moment or whatever it was.
Mhm.
If they, you would, but no, if he just came back, and he was still the AD at A&M. Hey guys, what's going on?
Kick him.
That would not be good.
Okay, Trev, you can leave now.
It would not be good.
Joe and Boulders is in this hypothetical situation where they are both back in some scenario. Scott Frost gets a polite applause, but Trev Alberts gets loudly booed.
Yeah.
This hypothetical. So
I bet that's 94% what that would be. I think the cheers would even be a little bit louder. They would just eventually would go back to playing time, and they would just forget about that. Life's moved on, and they would be. And again, it's like he's from Nebraska. He's from here. But again, an incredible person. Hope nothing but great things happen.
52 schools have changed coaches since Frost was fired after a 1-2 start in 2022. 52.
it's a lot.
Yeah.
Cycle gets pretty busy, very busy.
But it is shocking that he was the coach of the year,
The national
coach of the year, the hottest coach there was at the time.
Beat Auburn in the bowl game.
Yeah, hottest coach
And
there was at the time.
isn't it interesting, too, that you would just say he wasn't a fit here? That was the last thing you thought you'd say on the way out. He just didn't fit. I mean, how did he not fit? I don't know.
The coronation for him coming here was incredible. I mean, people thought, hey, this is it. We're back. This is the guy.
Yeah, Frosty. I mean, and he looked so young up at the podium. Then when he left, this place just ages the hell out of you. It does. You look at coaches before and after. Man, he's 49 too. I mean, he's not a spring chicken. It's time. He's got to get back in. 49. He'll be 55 before he knows it. You're listening, Frosty. Trust me.
Well, if Frosty wants a job outside of coaching with the potential maybe governor or mayor of the state, how about Lincoln Industries? It's a good place for Frosty to go, right?
Be a great place to start.
Fascinating transition.
Think about that right now. That is a great point that Jake just brought up. So we have the visionary of Nebraska running Lincoln Industries.
The visionary.
And so also, if you want to come and work there, you can also prepare yourself to be the governor of Nebraska by taking a job at Lincoln Industries. And that's not normal.
No, it's not.
That's not a normal path. What do you want to do? Well, I'd like to work here, with some of the Harley Davidson parts, then also want to be prepared for the government.
The governorship.
And you can do that because Scott told me that he's going to run a special program every Monday night where the workers can come, and he teaches them about how to run Lincoln and how to run the state.
How's that sound, Sip?
Scott Miller's going to do that every. I take it back. It was Tuesday. Every Tuesday night at 6:30, and they're going to get it. And whoever wants to come that works at Lincoln Industries.
That's really interesting.
And he's going to teach you how to run the state.
What would that class be? And
it'd be like
what did you call it?
I don't know.
Yeah.
Governor 101. I don't know.
what would that be
in
college?
What would it be? Some sort of poli-sci?
Yeah.
Yeah, there you go. Nice. Look at that.
Poli-sci.
You're getting good at this. You're getting good at this.
Lincoln Industries has openings on all shifts at both the main plant and Air Park facilities, offering flexibility to fit your schedule. Whether you're a seasoned professional or just starting out, there's a place for you at Lincoln Industries. Apply now. Be part of something special at Lincoln
And you're
Industries.
going to get an unbelievable job, a week vacation to start, and then free poli-sci classes every Tuesday at 6:30.
How's that sound?
How does that
Great.
sound?
That's a great place to be.
I bet we can attend as some sort of emeritus status. Think that could be right?
I guess is that's what older gentlemen do.
Yes.
Emeritus.
We could. I wonder if we could be like a liaison to Scott on this and teach him some things.
Yes, I think
and help out the new young governors.
What a transition Jake made from fraud.
I had to.
To Lincoln Industries.
When we come back, I guess we need another postseason college basketball.
What is this?
Are you
Jake?
kidding
We're
me?
discussing it next.
This
Early
is
break
offensive.
on the
It's
ticket.
offensive.
It is.
You're listening to Early Break with Steve Sipple, Jake Sorensen, and Bill Busch on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Gaina Trucking is hiring CDL Class A and B drivers. Gaina Trucking guarantees a 40-hour work week year-round. And their strong team culture makes it not a job, but a career. Gaina Trucking offers health, vision, and dental insurance, 401k with company match, an employee assistance program, and other bonus programs. Build a better career today with great team culture at Gaina Trucking. Learn more and apply today at GainaTrucking.com.
Community means something different to everyone. But for me, it means cheering on those around you during the good times and helping them out during the tough times. I'm softball player Jordy Ball, and I've been blessed with the support of my friends, family, coaches, and community throughout my life. When looking for a bank to call home, it was easy to choose Midwest Bank. I never feel like just another customer, and they're proud to support their communities. They love what they do, and it shows. Your community, your bank, Midwest Bank.
At Fairway Meat Market, you're family, and as part of the family, they want to save you money on your meat and groceries. Now, through April 7th, enjoy USDA Choice 8-ounce New York strips for $6.99 each, hickory smoked bacon for $4.99 per pound, fresh boneless, skinless chicken breast for $2.99 per pound, and whole tri-tip for $9.99 per pound. That's all at Fairway Meat Market in the Rockledge Square Shopping Center, just south of 84th and Van Dorn.
The Omaha Supernovas are back in action this Thursday, April 4th, versus the Columbus Fury at CHI Health Center in Omaha. The Mullen Motors pregame show with Derek Pearson and Renee Saunders starts at 6 p.m. with first serve at 7. Make sure to tune in to the next Ag Appraisal and Realty postgame show right after the match ends. Catch all the action on your flagship station, 93.7 The Ticket, and statewide on the Supernovas Radio Network.
93.7 The Ticket. Fox KFXL weather. Sponsored by John Henry's Plumbing, Heating, and Air Conditioning.
The Lincoln forecast for today, we'll see lots of sunshine to go along with light winds and an afternoon high around 60. Tonight, clear skies and calm winds with a low around 30. And tomorrow, we'll see mainly sunny skies and more mild weather. See an afternoon high around 64. I'm meteorologist Kyle Clucker for 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Spring is a time of new beginnings and trying new things. If you haven't tried Fuhrer's cheese spread yet, the time is now. For parties for St. Patrick's Day and Easter, or celebrating the NCAA tournament with friends, there's no better dip to bring everyone together and celebrate something from Nebraska. Get to your local grocery store today and load up on Fuhrer's cheese spread. No event or party is complete without it on your table. The Omaha Supernovas are back in action this Thursday, April 4th, versus the Columbus Fury at CHI Health Center in Omaha. The Mullen Motors pregame show with Derek Pearson and Renee Saunders starts at 6 p.m. with first serve at 7. Make sure to tune in to the next Ag Appraisal and Realty postgame show right after the match ends. Catch all the action on your flagship station, 93.7 The Ticket, and statewide on the Supernovas Radio Network.
Okay, it's time to sell the house. How do we even begin to choose from the hundreds of realtors in town?
Easy. We make a pros list.
You mean a pros and cons list?
No, just a pros list. We need someone with pro photography to showcase the house in the best possible way, pro marketing to make sure we get maximum exposure, pro negotiations so we know we get the best price.
This is one of those times where you already know the right answer, isn't it?
You know it is. Ben Bleicher and Professional Realty Group.
Contact Ben Bleicher and the team at Professional Realty Group of Berkshire Hathaway's Home Services Ambassador. Online at prg-ne.com.
Constructors is now hiring for all positions, with laborers starting at $23 and up based on experience. Constructors has immediate job openings for laborers, mechanics, bridge builders, operators, and drivers. Start your new career today. Constructors offers great pay, health, dental, and vision insurance, paid time off, paid holidays, and so much more. Join the crew today and be a part of Nebraska's oldest paving company dating back to 1908. For a complete list of openings and to apply online, visit constructorslincoln.com.
The playoff race is heating up, and the Lincoln Stars are pushing for their third consecutive postseason berth this spring. Join us at the Icebox as the Stars host the Sioux City Musketeers at 7:05 p.m. on Friday and the Omaha Lancers at 6:05 on Saturday. Friday is FFA and Ag Night, and Saturday is Billet Appreciation Night. Lock in your seats for all the fights, checks, and goals now at LincolnStars.com.
Rashawn Jackson here for Bauer Infrastructure, a veteran-owned local company proudly serving Lincoln, Lancaster County, and the surrounding areas. Bauer provides quality work at an affordable price, and they're growing rapidly. If you want to experience a career with a fast-paced, family-friendly environment, visit BauerInfrastructure.com. They have top-of-the-line benefits, year-round work, even through the winter. Bauer, usher in the new era of infrastructure to an area near you. And as always, go Big Red.
We're on the air.
Back
Well, party's starting early today, isn't it?
to more of Early Break with Sip and Jake.
Jake, you're a freaking nutcase.
Brought to you by Gaina Trucking. On 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
We'll get to this new tournament here in a second. Before that, though, our second segment, as always, on Early Break is sponsored by our friends at Beck's Hybrids, the largest independent family-owned seed company in the U.S. They founded in 1937. Beck's Hybrids provides unrivaled customer service and product diversity for both corn and soybeans. Founded on the 3 F's, faith, family, and farming. Head over to Beck'sHybrids.com. Beck'sHybrids.com.
Talk to me about the offensive lineman in our trivia show from Hastings. Yes.
Zach Sterup.
Yes. Guess what?
What's that?
His dad, Doug, works for Beck.
No, he doesn't.
Yeah, he does.
Does he really?
Yeah, he does. Yes, he does. Trevor brought him on board. He's been killing it.
Is that right?
Top sales rep in the country.
Really?
He's been knocking it out of the park. He said, Trevor let us know, he said, just an incredible person. And guess what else he is? He's a breaker.
No, he's not.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah, he's a breaker.
Doug for 2.
It's unbelievable. It's
Doug
unbelievable. Yeah. Yes.
Doug Sturm.
Yes.
Zach's dad.
Yeah.
He comes, he listens to our show, and when he gets done, you know what he does? He sells seed.
I'll be damned.
Yeah. Unbelievable. Trevor said he's just look at that. He's not working for Sonny Jurgensen or Sonny Bono. He's working for Sonny Beck.
Sonny.
How about that?
Ask him next time if my neighbors in Columbus in our first house were named Stirrup. And I wonder if if they're related.
They just have to be, pretty much, wouldn't you?
I think so. They used to have a haunted house.
Oh,
in their
every
garage.
Halloween?
Yeah, and it was amazing. There was one thing that always stuck out to me. It freaked me out, and it was genius. And whenever I see grapes, I think about
the grapes for the eyeballs?
No, for the brain.
Brains.
These are somebody's brains, crushed grapes, and you stick your hand in it, and that's what got me. And I told Mary, I got to get out of here. Mary Stirrup. And she goes, what got you this? And I said, the brain thing freaked me out. And she turned on the light. It was just
a bowl of grapes.
It was just a bowl of grapes. Crushed up grapes.
Gotcha.
Mary.
Oh,
Mary Stirrup was a delight.
but how about that? Works for Beck's. Everything is full circle here.
It is.
Everything is full circle here. That just shows Husker Nation right there at its finest. Its finest.
Yes, it is. I'm
one of the great offensive linemen that played here. His dad works for Beck's, who we are now intertwined with. We're family.
We are family.
We're family.
I feel like that.
I feel like that also.
Yeah.
And then
it's warm.
I wonder if Doug has one of those canvas bags.
I bet he
needs one.
Yeah, let us know. We have it. I'm telling you what, you can haul it around. Mine's in my car. I use it all the time.
Or you just put it in your kitchen and it makes your kitchen look better.
Everything's better.
Makes the room look better.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Right,
let's talk about this god-awful tournament.
All right.
Oh, sorry. Say it again.
Beck'sHybrids.com.
Sorry, Jake.
464-5685. Call or text as always. Yesterday, there was an announcement that pissed off a lot of fans.
What the hell is this?
A lot of college basketball fans were bothered, and they should be, because Fox Sports and AEG are going to launch a new postseason basketball tournament next year, a 16-team tournament in the College Basketball Crown in Vegas.
It's called the College Basketball Crown.
Playing March 31st through April 6th, which is right before the Final Four.
It's right now.
Yes.
Just imagine it right now.
So it's everyone. So people can turn down the NCAA tournament. They're going to say that to go play in this.
No, I don't think it's that.
This is just a
turn
group.
down the NIT.
Yes, this is just a group of. They're trying to get a better version of the NIT and get a financial backing.
Basically, a 1 week tournament. NIT is 2 weeks long. This would be a 1 week tournament.
Tonight's the finals. Go Indiana State.
Indiana State Sycamores. There we go.
Sycamores. Larry Nerd.
The games will be played in this tournament, this College Basketball Crown, at the MGM Grand Garden Arena and T-Mobile Arena in Vegas, right? Vegas.
Yes, that's correct.
So teams that do not qualify for the NCAA tournament will be eligible. So it's like NIT.
The NIT.
The Big 10, the Big 12, and the Big East, whose games are carried on Fox, will each have 2 automatic entries. Blah, blah, blah. Why?
Why? The question is why. This is the
isn't it
it's a delayed NIT.
It's just a money grab?
It's a money grab.
I don't know what it is.
Isn't it just a money grab?
I've been watching the NIT. I love it. I'd love watching the Sycamores.
Is there now? Are we just guilty? Now we got to be careful here, Bill, Jake,
Steve.
Are we just resistant to any kind of change at this point of our lives? Is anybody embracing this? So what's wrong with this? Why can't you have another tournament? What's wrong with it? I think there's a lot of things wrong with it. First of all, it just smacks of a money grab.
Well, the one thing is there's 2 automatic bids, and so this conference, how you're affiliated by conference, you're going.
Yeah,
you're going.
Good point.
There's not one that's like that. Yeah, we're not going to the NIT. Oh, you're going to this one. You're going to go play.
That would be something that doesn't bother me. The thing that it just seems. Why haughty? It just seems haughty to me. We're going to push this tournament on you, and you're going to watch it.
It says the tournament is expected to be the biggest competitor to the NIT. They changed their selection process this season to include more teams from Power 6 conferences for the NIT. So the NIT is still going to remain. This is going to be a 1-week thing, basically in between the Elite 8 and the Final 4 in the championship. Because they'll
come on, Bill.
The finals will be on Sunday, whereas the tournament is on Monday for the finals.
Tell me it's okay. Tell me it's okay.
I honestly guess it's okay.
Okay.
I'm like, but there's just I will choose not to. There's no way that I can follow because I love watching the women's game and the NCAA, and then I delve into the NIT. I will never watch.
It.
I love the NIT.
Why, Jake?
So no, it doesn't interest me at all.
Why?
Well, the thing is, the NIT wraps up before, it wraps up tonight. You said the finals.
Tonight.
So this is Thursday. So you give it a couple days to breathe for the Final Four, which deserves all of our eyes on Saturday, both games, and then the finals on Monday. We're fine with that. NIT can go until this weekend, Thursday. That's okay. But to have your tournament start on the day of the second round of the Elite 8, and then go to the day before, so they're going to have games now on Final Four Saturday then.
Right. It just seems it's disgusting.
Do you think people will be watching any part of the college basketball crown on Saturday when the Final Four is happening?
They'll watch
year.
it because it's on.
It'll be very little eyes. Very little. It'll be if it's just randomly on, they'll watch it.
So I go back to why. Why do it? Because it's going to make somebody money, right? That's what's going on.
Apparently so. It just screams of completely unnecessary, and I don't think it's a great thing for college basketball.
What's the text line say? Are people saying, you guys just calm down? It's just a basketball tournament.
Twizzler says it's all about the money.
Yeah,
Twizzler.
It's just a money grab. It's just a Fox Sports money grab. What the hell is AEG, by the way? What is AEG?
Some sort of company.
It's a company that makes things.
Okay, what else?
It's a safe answer. It's a safe answer.
They sell them.
Yeah.
Ohio Husker says half of the teams will be missing their players because of the transfer portal.
Oh, yeah.
Think about that for a second.
Boy, we are in quite a time, aren't we?
Imagine that. Okay, you guys have to go. Then you can't field a team. You can't field a team.
Well, now, okay, so let's just set this up. What if Nebraska were playing in it? How would they do this right now? They just have to use guys that were going somewhere else. But a lot of those guys would say, I'm not going to play. I just announced I'm in the portal.
Yeah, I'm not going to go play. That's not where I'm going to go
What
get
is
my
going
value.
on? Help me with all of this, please, Jake.
That would
because
be
the portal
it would
changes all
be
this.
incredible if the team showed up and each one had like 6 guys on the roster.
And it's like walk-ons.
Couple walk-ons and a couple freshmen playing it, knocking it out there in Vegas.
Bubba says your guys are a bunch of crybabies on this one.
Sounds like it.
Okay.
Bubba, I support you on that.
Mr. Pancake says there's other things to get more worked up over than this.
I'm kind of with him on that.
Okay.
It's just kind of like, but no. Do I like that? No, I'd rather no. Not a fan.
Oh, I caught myself being irrationally worked
Think of how many teams turned down the NIT, and we were appalled by it. I mean, the the pundits were appalled too. Why would you pass on playing with your team with that? I mean, there were a lot of teams like, I'm not doing it. We're in
a
so
weird
now
world.
they're going to have this new tournament like that. Well, you are doing it. Oh yeah, you are. Your conference signed up for this. You signed up for that to take this little bonus money, so you're going to take this deal.
Overreaction. Yeah. Here's some overreaction. When I read this last night, I had a thought. I'm not following anything anymore other than football. I'm done. that was near a thought.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Bold.
When I was at Silito Linda with Alex, eating Mexican and reading this article, it went through my brain. I'm done with everything but football. I'm done. I'm not following anything.
Interesting.
I'm done with it all.
Have you changed your thoughts since that moment?
Well, I only changed it because I got to make a living. If I was not making a living doing this, I would follow only football. That's it. And I'm getting to the point where I'd almost follow NFL only.
Ooh. I kind of enjoy this actual taking place just to see what happens.
Yeah.
So there is some.
It's just getting disgusting. Yeah. Like then what I get tired of is the whole just go with it. I guess I have to because I'm getting paid to. But if I wasn't getting paid to, I would not. I don't think I'd go with it. I'd be done.
I know this next year. Nebraska's in that tournament.
Yeah, I won't be talking about it.
No, you'll be on that plane to Vegas too.
Covering it.
Yes, you'll go. Where I gotta go? I gotta go week in Vegas.
It's just like because you gotta do your job.
Yeah,
you gotta do your job.
Is that good venting for you there on the tournament postseason?
It
was a good vent session there. So we'll see how it
goes.
goes.
What's the name of the tournament?
The College Basketball Crown.
The Crown.
God. From March 31st to April 6th next year in Vegas. You can, I don't know, on Fox.
Let's talk some NFL next.
No, we're talking Rick Heyman next.
Okay.
Heyman,
Rick, you're up against Millsap.
That's right. Is next an early break in the ticket.
You're listening to Early Break with Steve Sipple, Jake Sorensen, and Bill Busch on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Unearth the secret to long-lasting tires at Tread's Central Tire Pros, a league apart in commitment, service, and expertise. This isn't just about rubber meeting the road, but trust, safety, and surety converging in perfect harmony. This is where expectations are exceeded every time. Make your appointment today at Tread's Central Tire Pros, just south of Cortland on Highway 77, or visit our website to explore our services. Remember, when it comes to tires, choose Tread's Central Tire Pros because we tread differently.
Looking for a job that feels like family? Join Lincoln Industries, where tradition meets innovation. They're a family-owned, privately held manufacturing company with a passion for excellence and a commitment to their community. They have openings on all shifts at both the main plant and air park facilities, offering flexibility to fit your schedule. Whether you're a seasoned professional or just starting out, there's a place for you there. At Lincoln Industries, they invest in their people's success, providing opportunities for growth and advancement. Apply now and become a part of something special at Lincoln Industries. Rosie's Sports Bar and Grill, open for lunch and dinner at 1501 Center Park Road. The Omaha Supernovas are back in action this Thursday, April 4th, versus the Columbus Fury at CHI Health Center in Omaha. The Mullen Motors pregame show with Derek Pearson and Renee Saunders starts at 6 p.m. with first serve at 7. Make sure to tune in to the next Ag Appraisal and Realty postgame show right after the match ends. Catch all the action on your flagship station, 93.7 The Ticket, and statewide on the Supernovas Radio Network.
Perch Merch is your one-stop shop for all your printing and promotional needs in Lincoln, Nebraska. They specialize in screen printing, embroidery, vehicle wraps, window wraps, print collateral, promotional products, and signage. At Perch Merch, they are committed to delivering high-quality products and exceptional customer service. Their experienced team of designers and printing professionals will work with you every step of the way to ensure that your vision is realized. Call for a quote today at 402-217-5212 or go to perch-merch.com.
Your sprinklers are watering the street or flooding your backyard. If you're on a list that doesn't exist, it's time for Judson Irrigation. At Judson Irrigation, Lee or Lacey or Judson will make an appointment. You pick the time and they'll be there to fix your sprinkler system. Now that's service, a dying art these days.
Keep summer green. Call Judson Irrigation 402-420-6277 or judsonirrigation.com.
Go Hog Wild Pit Barbecue.
If the week's been too hectic to even think about dinner, or your family can't handle one more night of leftovers, then it's time to let Hog Wild do the cooking. Hog Wild's family packs are one heck of a good deal for a complete barbecue meal, loaded with all the smoked meats, tasty sides, buns, and sauces you need to feed your family. Order online at GoHogWild.com. Hog Wild Pit Barbecue, 3210 Cornhusker Highway in Lincoln.
But don't be late, we close at 8.
One action, no matter how small, can have a world of impact on the life of a child. Cedar started because one couple believed that they could provide a child with a better life. And that belief grew into the Cedars that we know today, a powerful force for good that helps thousands of kids across Nebraska. Belief grows.
Hi, folks. Sean Callahan here for Koppel Chevrolet GMC, and the Chevrolet and GMC Truck Month is now underway. We've got huge savings in Louisville. Get $9,000 off or 1.9% for 72 months on select models. Yes, you heard right. That's $9,000 off or 1.9% for 72 months happening right now at Koppel. So take that short money saving drive down 144th Street or check us out online at koppelcars.com. You'll be glad you did. All deals with roof credit. Stock number G214773.
Wall-to-wall Wine and Spirits is now open in Lincoln. Shop our expansive collection of wine, beer, spirits, and cigars at 5040 North 27th Street. From top shelf liquor to crowd favorite beer, Wall-to-Wall Wine and Spirits has a beverage for every taste and every budget. Plus, join our loyalty program to earn rewards and save on future purchases. Shop Wall-to-Wall Wine and Spirits at 5040 North 27th Street in Lincoln. That's 5040 North 27th Street.
Move over, Jake.
I'm moving. Jeez.
Thursdays are reserved for a man with a wider range of music knowledge than Jake could ever dream of.
This is the golden era. You would hear this on any radio station. You know, it wasn't like it is now.
Okay.
You know, you got country, you got R&B, you got pop, you got rap, you got rock. They didn't have that then. You heard everything.
A man who knows a good song when he hears it, just as much as a good diamond when he sees it.
You get a diamond!
Yes, I do get a diamond. I get a diamond, and that makes me happy.
It's time for Rick Heyman's Song of the Day, sponsored by Sartor Heyman Jewelers, on Early Break on 93.7 The Ticket.
Once again, your song of the day. The boys are back in town by Thin Lizzy. 464-568-5. 1 is bad, 10 is good. Text your rating and Rick Heyman, Sartor Heyman Jewelers, song of the day.
Song of the day.
Guess who's got a statue in Dublin, Jake?
Thin Lizzy does?
Phil Lynott, best known as the front man for the band Thin Lizzy.
Deservedly so.
Phil Lynott.
Where is the statue?
Phil Lynott, not Lightnot. Phil Lynott.
Where's the statue at in Dublin? Do we know?
I don't know its whereabouts.
I wonder if I walked by it when we were there. We were all there. We were all there in Ireland. Did we walk by the statue?
Maybe it's right by Guinness.
If so, I saw it. I just didn't recognize it.
Imagine that. What is that? Thin Lizzy.
Come on, bro. Duh.
Idiot.
What's wrong with you?
Oh, that's one of the best songs ever written. I mean,
Very good.
Yeah, it's an incredible song.
How do you dislike that song? Is
You
it possible?
can't. You never will turn it off.
Yeah.
It sounds good every time you hear it. Rick hit a home run. I want Rick to have his stage here, so I'm going to go move quickly. I wrote down 10. I can't give it a 10. That's reserved for special songs and special occasions. That's a 9.877647.
Wow, bold.
Not bold. That's one of the best songs I've ever heard, and it always
When
sounds
you-
incredible.
It sounds incredible, and then when you take the time to listen to the lyrics, they're incredible.
Someone got slapped in the face in the song, right?
He used the word chick about 10 times. The chick who used to dance a lot.
Yeah.
Yes. It was Rick, it was gold. 8999426. Great job. The song's incredible.
I am going in the 9s. I'm going to go 9-4. Okay. It's very hard. You can't dislike that song.
No.
And
sweet.
You never switch the station when it's on. Ever.
No.
You crank it
It'd
up.
be a good walk up, too.
It'd be a good
Crank it
walk
up.
up. It'd be a good walk up.
Josh got to be a 9-2, right?
I'm going to say a 9-1.
Yep.
9-3. Okay.
He put incredible.
Incredible.
He put incredible.
And spelled it correctly.
He did. We are now joined by Rick Heyman. Rick, good morning. Very high scores today for your song.
Thank you,
The
Rick.
boys are back in town.
Excellent. Yeah, I'm with both those guys. One of the greatest 70s songs ever written.
Okay.
Agreed.
I didn't hear Josh's score.
He gave it a 9.3.
Oh, of course he did. Okay. Well, I'm trying to turn my volume up here so I can hear you guys better. Just a minute here.
We're not whispering.
Okay, I got you.
Okay, there we go.
Okay. Now, first of all, I understand an apology is due. I did not hear the show, but I heard I took a lot of heat for saying Journey. Journey was not in the Hall of Fame, Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. It turns out they are. They were in 2017.
It got heated, Rick, on the air.
It got heated, Rick.
Gary, we tried to defend you, and we took a lot of shots.
We did.
It got ugly.
Punches through.
I appreciate the defense. It's just that so many are not that I don't know why, but
Understood.
I missed it. Okay,
Understood.
Back to Ronnie Millsap, by the way, and you guys know I texted in my score. I gave it an 8.5.
You did. I have it.
To me, Ronnie Millsap is one of the greatest country pop singers of all time. Just a couple things about Ronnie. He had 35 number one singles.
What?
In country,
Really?
fourth only to George Strait, Conway Twitty, and Merle Haggard.
That'd be Twitty. That'd be Conway
Twitty
Twitty.
City.
That'd be Twitty, not
Twitty.
Twitter.
Okay, the
Conway
guy's amazing.
Twitty.
He was born blind, and
Millsap's got 35.
Wow.
35 number one country singles, and he started out as a pop guy. He wasn't even a country guy. I can't remember who it was that convinced him to go to country, and he did. But I mean, God, the list of songs he's got go look them up. They're unbelievable. Okay, boys are back in town. We are moving now to the 70s greatest songs. It's not about 73 or 71 or anything anymore.
Okay.
Because there's so many great songs later on, and this is one of them. This was 76 from their album Jailbreak, first single. It was not originally even planned to be on the record.
Whoa.
This was just sort of a jam song they played. Rolling Stone considers it to be the band's best song, placing it at number 272 of the 500 greatest songs of all time.
Too low. Too low. Should be higher.
Way too low. Actually, what happened was a DJ started playing this song. Now, this is how it used to work, guys, back in the day. DJs had a lot of input on what songs became hits, and with that came some corruption. But also, a lot of great things happened because of it, like this song being played in a city, and all of a sudden it takes off, and there's no internet, no cell phones back then, but one guy would tell another guy, and the next thing you know, everybody's playing it on the radio. So this song was not even supposed to be on the record. It was BBC Radio 1 disc jockey Tony Blackburn started playing it during his morning show. that the album wasn't selling. It was doing terrible. All of a sudden, out of nowhere, this song took off. It was originally given 499th position among the 2004 Rolling Stones 500 greatest songs of all time. 499.
Yeah, Rolling Stones lost all credibility. Keep going.
That is so stupid.
Rolling Stones become ridiculous.
Let's see. Q Magazine placed The Boys Are Back in Town at number 38 in its list of 100 greatest guitar tracks, and the song won a 1976 NME Award for Best Single. This is interesting. In 2012, the Republican National Convention, the song was used to introduce then Vice Presidential candidate Paul Ryan on stage. The unauthorized use of the song caused controversy. Lynot's mother and Thin Lizzy lead guitarist Gorham criticized its use. He would not want his music played for political purposes. Okay, so with that in mind, great song. If you've never heard it, go listen to it.
It's a great job.
Pull it up on YouTube, and I'll put it on my own Facebook along with some live versions, some other things. Okay, Stump the Sippers.
Here we go.
Was Thin Lizzy 5 members, 4 members, or 3 members?
That's easy.
Is it now?
Yes.
I'm going to go 4.
You get a CZ. It was 3.
I was going to say 5, so I was way off.
You were way off.
Rough start.
Incidentally, Phil Lynott was the first African-American Irish lead singer in rock and roll.
Whoa. I'll play the statue.
They're from Ireland. Okay. And incidentally, he died of hepatitis and sepsis and some other stuff. They had terrible drug problems. It's really a shame. Was their first tour in the U.S., this is for Coach, first tour in the U.S., did they open for BTO, Bachman Turner Overdrive, for us old farts? We call them BTO. Bob Seger or Queen?
Oh, that's a layup. Bob Seger.
You get a CZ BTO.
You guys love BTO.
I do.
You guys love BTO.
Yes.
And we're going to be playing a bunch of BTO.
Are we?
They're a little bit later. Oh God, I love BTO.
What's that 8-track that had a bunch of like gears on it and stuff on the cover?
Yes.
Yeah,
that was their big hit.
I can't say the name of it though.
I can't remember.
Something
but
Fragile?
Yeah, Not Fragile.
No, that was Yes.
Oh, okay. We'll
kind of fragile.
We'll find out. By the way, BTO was a spin-off of Guess Who. Did you know that?
No, I did not know that.
Guess Who? Randy Bachman was the guitar player, and then he went on to form BTO. Okay, and for everybody, is Thin Lizzy in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame?
Absolutely.
Oh, yes.
Absolutely.
Yes.
He has a statue in Dublin. Yes.
Has to be.
3 CZs. They were nominated in 2020 along with 15 others. Did not make it. In that group was
Journey,
Motorhead, Depeche Mode, Soundgarden, Judas Priest, T-Rex, Pat Benatar, Whitney Houston, Todd Rundgren, the Doobies, Kraftwerk, Notorious B.I.G., and Chaka Khan.
Chaka Khan.
They did not make it.
Should have made it. How do you leave Thin Lizzy out of that group? Come on now. Disrespectful.
Yeah. And they had a bunch of hits. They had 5 or 6 really good hits.
Jailbreak's awesome.
Jailbreak was their second biggest hit.
So, nice. Rick, what's going on right now at Sauter Heyman Jewelers?
Sauter Heyman, spring is in the air. Come check us out. Hey, if you're downtown, come check out the outlet where everything is up to 70% off every single day, at least 30 off. We are the outlet is downtown, 12th and O, 1 block away from the radio station. We are also at South Point, our #1 store, and in Grand Island. By the way, breakers get 10% off. Just mention the show, and you're going to get a discount. Hey, we've been the best of for 30-plus years all over the state, so why mess around? Come to the best. You'll find out why. April is the month of diamonds. That's the diamond month. Mother's Day is coming up. Check us out on Facebook, Instagram, my personal Facebook, at Rick Heyman, and I'll post more interesting things about the great and wonderful Thin Lizzy and Phil Lynott.
Rick, always good stuff. Thanks for the time. We'll chat with you again next week.
Bye-bye.
That's Rick Heyman's song today. The Boys Are Back in Town by Thin Lizzy. Hour 2 next at Early Break in the Ticket.
This is Lincoln's home for sports talk on the FM dial. Also online at theticketfm.com. On the internet. KNTK FM Firth, 93.7 The Ticket. You're listening to Early Break with Steve Sipple, Jake Sorensen, and Bill Busch on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Looking for a job that feels like family? Join Lincoln Industries, where tradition meets innovation. They're a family-owned, privately held manufacturing company with a passion for excellence and a commitment to their community. They have openings on all shifts at both the main plant and Air Park facilities, offering flexibility to fit your schedule. Whether you're a seasoned professional or just starting out, there's a place for you there. At Lincoln Industries, they invest in their people's success, providing opportunities for growth and advancement. Apply now and become a part of something special at Lincoln Industries.
This is Coach Bill Busch. You all know my passion for Nebraska. Having coached all over the country, I can honestly say there is no place like Nebraska. You know where there's also no place like? Midwest Bank. Midwest Bank has proudly served Nebraska for over 70 years, and they're located in 9 different communities. Midwest Bank is ready, willing, and able to meet all your personal, business, and agriculture needs. Your community, your bank, and mine, Midwest Bank. Find out more at Midwest Bank. Member FDIC.
NEPCO is hiring CDL drivers for ready-mixed concrete, Husker concrete, and Beatrice concrete. NEPCO offers great pay, medical and retirement benefits, paid time off, and they pay for CDL training. Apply today and start your new career with a $2,500 hiring bonus. From NEPCO's beginning in 1908, it's the employees that have formed the company's solid foundation. Start your career today. Visit nebcoinc.com. That's nebcoinc.com.
Spring is a time of new beginnings and trying new things. If you haven't tried Fuhrer's cheese spread yet, the time is now. For parties for St. Patrick's Day and Easter, or celebrating the NCAA tournament with friends, there's no better dip to bring everyone together and celebrate something from Nebraska. Get to your local grocery store today and load up on Fuhrer's cheese spread. No event or party is complete without it on your table.
Not many businesses can say they've made it 60 years, but Madsen's Bowling and Billiards can. With 12 bowling lanes and the biggest pool room in Nebraska, where else would you go to enjoy an afternoon or evening? There's a great daily specials like $2 Tuesdays, games of bowling, shoe rentals, draft beers, and tacos, all just $2 each. Have a delicious burger at EJ's Lounge before or after your bowling or pool session, and you'll leave satisfied. Madsen's Bowling and Billiards at 47th and Dudley. Gaina Trucking is hiring CDL Class A and B drivers. Gaina Trucking guarantees a 40-hour work week year-round, and their strong team culture makes it not a job, but a career. Gaina Trucking offers health, vision, and dental insurance, 401k with company match, an employee assistance program, and other bonus programs. Build a better career today with great team culture at Gaina Trucking. Learn more and apply today at GainaTrucking.com.
For over 15 years, Integrated Life Choices has empowered individuals with disabilities in Lincoln and throughout Nebraska. They provide comprehensive services from group homes and independent living services to job training, ensuring fulfilling lives for those that they serve. Now, they're inviting you to join their mission. If you're passionate about making a difference in the lives of people with developmental disabilities, explore rewarding career opportunities with them. Learn more about their services and apply today at www.ilc.net. Be a part of Integrated Life Choices, where your work truly changes lives.
Your home is your empire. Protect it with Empire Fence. Get a free instant quote with the online estimating tool at empire-fence.com. See an upfront estimate with no hidden fees. An Empire Fence can provide privacy and improve the appearance of your home. Keep kids and pets in or out of your yard. Increase security and add value to your property. Visit empire-fence.com now to view the stylish and maintenance-free possibilities for your home and get a free instant online quote. Let Empire Fence protect your empire.
Sandhills Global is hiring. With their fast-paced, growing culture, they have hundreds of new openings in sales, marketing, traveling support, software development, web design, and more. Full-time roles offer a 4.5-day work week, along with flexible internships in most areas. Career and internship opportunities are available at our global headquarters in Lincoln, Nebraska. Find your fit today at www.sandhills.jobs.
Wall-to-Wall Wine and Spirits is now open in Lincoln. Shop our expansive collection of wine, beer, spirits, and cigars at 5040 North 27th Street. From top shelf liquor to crowd favorite beer, Wall-to-Wall Wine and Spirits has a beverage for every taste and every budget. Plus, join our loyalty program to earn rewards and save on future purchases. Shop Wall-to-Wall Wine and Spirits at 5040 North 27th Street in Lincoln. That's 5040 North 27th Street.
Hello? Believe it or not, old phones are one of the most common pain points in offices today. Many of these phones are beyond repair because parts aren't available to fix outdated devices. Whether it's a traditional phone system or cloud-based VoIP technology, Hamilton Business Phones can help upgrade your connection. We make it easy to sync your office phone with your cell for seamless call handling, no matter where you work. If your current office phone can't do this, you deserve better. Hire your local experts. Hire Hamilton at hamiltonisbusiness.com.
At Parkview Animal Hospital in Lincoln, it's not just a professional care that sets them apart, but their warm staff and state-of-the-art facilities. Whether it's for a routine checkup or a comprehensive medical procedure, at Parkview, your pet isn't just another number, but a valued member of their caring family. Visit them at pahlincoln.com today and in person just south of 14th and Pine Lake Road. Parkview Animal Hospital, your pet, our passion. For happier, healthier furry friends.
Wake up, Lincoln.
I overslept. Damn rooster didn't crow.
It's time for Early Break, sponsored by Midwest Bank. Live from Lincoln, America. Here's 93.7 The Ticket's Jake Sorensen.
I'm wrong, but I'm not.
Husker Online, Steve Sipple.
If I were a feral cat.
And longtime college football assistant coach, Bill Busch.
You get one team. Mine's the Houston Oilers.
So-
I'm not the Texans, and I'm not the Titans. So
I'm
Bill-
out. This is Early Break.
Welcome back to Hour 2 on a Thursday. Steve Sipple, Jake Sorensen, Bill Busch on Early Break. Hour 2 sponsored by our friends at Midwest Bank. Member FDIC. Location in South Lincoln at 27th and Jamie Lane, now also at 70th and Pioneers. And what in the world?
Two locations.
Two locations.
What's happening in Creighton?
Yeah.
With Steve?
What is happening with Steve Schindler today?
Well, they
in Creighton?
thought they'd have some activity. They have to have some decent weather today. Not that warm, but enough to get outside, not expecting to rain. So today is Feats of Strength. Feats of Strength. Really? And today they'll be looping again, documented. It's the softball throw.
Oh, yes.
They're doing the softball throw.
That's a great idea.
Yeah. So Steve has like about 20 softballs. You get one throw. You get one throw, and he's got targets out there. And first of all, it's length is the most important.
Mm-hmm.
But when they also have a chance with length, also throw at a target too to win free CDs like that, for deposit. Yeah, so you can have a chance like that, and one of them is going to be for $10,000.
Ooh.
So you could win $10,000 in a softball throw today.
Throwing a ball.
Feats of strength. But the most important thing is the one who throws the ball the farthest for their age division.
Right.
Each age division.
There's an age division.
Age division. At that, they get a $7,000 deposit that's put into their account.
How's that sound,
$7,000. How's that sound?
Sounds fun.
Yeah, it sounds fun. And so they got the balls. They got them out today.
So just
They're
ongoing
in the parking lot.
when you can come.
He's coming right there. And you get to warm up a little bit at the wing. Can you imagine right now someone just said, all right, throw a softball as far as you can. What are the chances that we're severely injured? Very high. If all of a sudden just said two things. We're going to time you, and you're going to run as fast as you can for a block.
Trouble.
And then also you're going to throw a softball as far as you can. There's no chance we're not in the hospital. There's no chance we're not in the hospital. So there's going to be some injuries today, and Steve knows that.
Yeah.
But it's going to be more
medics on the scene.
It's going to be more. It's going to be more rotator cuff labrum things, so they'll be all right. Okay. Nothing they can't get.
There's so many torn labrums. Yeah, we had about 40 torn labrums today.
It's going to happen. It's going to happen. So they're out there today.
I'm impressed.
They're going to throw it with the wind. We're going to throw it with the wind.
Makes you feel better.
It makes you feel a little bit
There's
better.
a field out there.
It's at the field out. Well, in the gravel parking lot.
Okay.
You're going to throw in the gravel parking lot. So it's going to be a lot of fun. So yeah, they're expecting probably. He'll probably have 300-400 people.
He's going to get people outside.
People outside. They want to get Feats of Strength. Feats of Strength.
That will not interrupt the doings inside.
As far as banking,
Yeah.
no, Steve will still be banking.
Banking still happens.
Yeah, that still happens. That's the common thread here. That's the connector.
But Face, I think you said it's CD deposit. That's what you win for this. Okay, he didn't hear that. He said if someone wins the 10 grand, will Shin Daddy just pay them with a wad of cash out of the pocket? No.
It goes,
CD.
It goes into a CD, and they can't touch it for 2 years. But that's nice.
gonna
It's
grow.
guaranteed money. What he is, he's teaching how interest works.
Yep.
He's teaching you, hey, if you put the money in here and just leave it set, here's what happens to it.
Yep.
Yes. And so this is a teachable moment with Feats of Strength.
Feats of Strength.
Softball throw.
Feats of Strength.
Thank you to
Feat of Strength.
Feats.
Always thankful for Shin Daddy
That
and
sounds
Midwest
fun.
Bank.
That does sound fun.
Big day up there.
Yes.
It'd just be fun watching.
Be fun. I'm going to tell you right now, if I had to see like a 68-year-old farmer roll in and just give a softball a chuck,
crank one.
Just crank one out and see what. How
Yeah.
about
dudes that can crank.
How about Larry? Just there'd be somebody you'd be aghast by.
Yep.
Like, I can't believe he just did that.
Yep.
I can't believe he made that throw.
There's-
He hasn't thrown anything for like 40 years, and he just whipped
Just
one.
crank it.
Yeah,
Yeah, there's dudes that can just crank them.
Yeah.
It's amazing.
and he wouldn't even be injured. He'd kind
No.
and what we wouldn't warm up. Just grab the ball and throw it.
I wouldn't even do it. When I was like 13, I threw my arm out and it never got better.
No. I'm the
Played
same
Legion
way.
baseball.
Elbow. I was an elbow.
Really?
Elbow injury. Yeah.
Well,
Couldn't
I was,
pitch, you
I
know.
was playing rubber ball baseball in the street, and I uncorked one. I used to pretend I was Dave Winfield, and I uncorked
Similar
one,
body style.
and I couldn't lift my arm for 2 weeks. And I was
Yeah.
a catcher on my dad's little league team, and he said,
Yeah.
"Just catch, just throw it back underhand. Nobody will notice."
Oh, really? You're like, oh, really?
And I did. I did. I caught without, and you could have stole all day long.
Oh,
on
yeah,
me.
yeah.
I couldn't throw it. I couldn't lift my arm.
Oh, I know what that pain feels like.
Yeah,
That's not good.
and I never recovered. That's why I can't throw a football.
Imagine there being a line
Your
like
sidearm.
line tomorrow at the hospital. The 20 people.
What happened here? Softball throw.
Softball throw got me.
I know the situation. It's not good.
Important questions before we move on about the softball throw.
Yes.
Jim says, "Is Shin Daddy going to shag the balls out
What's
there?
that?
Is he shagging
No,
the
they
softball?"
have shaggers. They
He's
have
not.
shaggers.
There's no way.
He has a clipboard, and he is the one making sure there's no scratches.
Okay. Don't go over that line.
You can't scratch. If you scratch, you're out. You can't do it.
Also, someone says, "What time does the softball throw start?"
8:44.
8:44.
And it's ongoing.
Ongoing. Yes. And the kids
Ongoing.
loop. Today we loop.
Today we loop.
Oh yeah, Steve will be into it. Like, I guarantee you, there'll be a stare down with him in the school board.
Yeah, it's tense.
There'll be a stare down.
If you want to see his nasty side, just mention
try
the school board.
Yeah, just mention the school board. He'll lose his hit.
Yeah.
School board.
Yeah.
Yeah. If you want to
That's
hear,
my
if you
fun.
want to hear,
Yeah. If you want upset, you're right.
Yeah.
You're right.
no,
So
I know. If you want to hear the kind of the tough side of Shindy,
you don't want it. And he doesn't expect. All of a sudden, it's going to happen.
yeah, Shindy's a nice guy, but if you mention school board,
It's a little riled
He's
up.
coming
there.
at you.
Yeah.
Coming at.
Furrow's
Feats
brow.
of Strength.
All right, good
Thank
job.
you to Midwest Bank for sponsoring Hour 2, and of course, Shin Daddy.
I'm interested to see where we're going next year.
Well, one thing before that, non-sports, we have this window here. We've kind of got immune to. We don't really pay attention to the traffic going by anymore.
Not as much.
The first week or so, we were
We were
captivated
enamored.
by
Now we don't know
people.
what's even there. I
Right,
agree.
but there's something happening across the street.
where
that
are
has
we?
caught-
Where are
yeah.
we looking out on?
We are at 1040 O Street. We look right at the busy O Street, 11th and O. Now,
What's
Bill
going-
has had his eyes in the
I've
corner
got
over
a
here.
viewing corner.
Can you
which is
tell
a-
people
us
what's
what's going on.
happening over there, Bill?
They have lifted up it's like a jackhammer, but it's on tracks.
Okay.
So they lifted up. They built this thing is built, so it's the actual one. So this is what you could drive, but they've mounted it on a lift, and they've lifted it up, and they have like this jackhammer, and they're tearing down concrete. They put a hole into what we feel is going to be the new hotel, and
So it's across the street.
across the street, and it's remarkable what is getting done.
They're hammering a hole into the side of the
It's
building.
the side of the building, and it's
getting some
happening right in
work done
front of
over
us.
there.
And there's a lot of stuff going. It's going right now, and they have taken out. They've taken out a section that it's ginormous right as we speak. I let
Oh yeah.
It's falling like.
Oh yeah. So right now they're drilling right now. There's
Look at
concrete
Josh, he's
flying.
captivated
There's
over here.
concrete flying everywhere. There's people watching. It looks safe. They've got it marked off. They've got it gated off. So when the chunks of concrete fall,
OSHA would be okay with this.
I think right now OSHA was giving us the thumbs up.
Yeah.
Yes, the
It's being
thumbs up
handled
right now.
properly
Yes.
over there.
Yeah.
It's
if
fun to
OSHA's
watch.
listening,
yes.
don't worry right
Yeah,
now.
Right now, there's 3 guys that are watching. not sure what their role is more than just support. But they're there. They're there.
One of them is leaned
Drive
up.
by if you guys can. It's on the south side.
It's captivating here.
Yeah.
It really is. The next year or two is going to be very fun as we watch the process of this hotel, the progress of it.
Yeah. If
being
they
built.
start tearing down this Regal, which I talked about earlier.
We did during the break.
I'm big when I travel around. What I say yesterday about Dwight and Brainerd, like that, the architecture. I love architecture. I'm a big fan of it.
I get that.
Yeah.
And this is a beautiful building. Right now, some of this beautiful building is getting taken away.
It's history.
Jake is excited about the Hampton Inn coming.
How could you not be?
Especially this
I wonder
time
if we
of
can
year.
get some free rooms over there.
We can talk. Well, we'll talk to him.
We'll talk to
We'll
him.
give him a lot of good advertising.
I wouldn't mind staying there at night and then just walking over to the show in the morning.
That's what.
I think me and you
could live there.
No, we could carve out a nice little retirement job over there.
Yes,
we could.
What if we worked here, then went over and ran the front desk?
Right. Front desk or bellhop.
And how many keys would you need with that, sir?
30 times to go to work.
And then and the fitness room is right down the hallway. It's available 24/7.
There's jobs we could do over there.
We could run the waffle machine.
I think front desk makes the most sense.
I think it does.
You guys would be great.
I think we're
front
people.
desk.
Retirement job.
Yeah, be a great job.
Yeah. Hey, I think the Hampton is going to come in handy this time of year when we have nothing to talk about.
We'll go live remote every day.
It's going to be great for the Hampton Inn. Well, we were going to have a special guest, but we had to move that to Monday. You want to tell people who the guest is going to be, Bill? You
What's
said
that?
this when we have the guest.
Yes, Coach Matt Lubick will be on with us on Monday, and it is going to be a very powerful time.
It is.
I had a chance to. I've spoken with Matt throughout his battle with cancer numerous times, and on the phone and different things. But he had a thing. He's with the University of Nevada now, remotely is where he's working right now. But I talked to him for about an hour yesterday.
Wow!
And it's the storyline. And I sent you the article. I didn't send.
I saw. I read
a couple articles.
And so it's going to be very powerful.
What is the story?
Very moving. Just how he was diagnosed with leukemia.
So he was diagnosed, was it in the fall of 2023?
I believe that's correct. Yes, I believe that's correct. And just the storyline of and when you hear the story of the early diagnosis was really grim, and how some doctors gave him hope and what that did for him and how he was able to battle through this. And it's just him telling the story is obviously much, much better. But it will be a time that you want to, I'm talking about, this is just spirit, hope, overcoming things. And it's just, it's powerful. When I listen to him, you're just taken back. And then when you hear him talk about how he handled it and his positivity and just how he did everything in his life, it's absolutely incredible.
And people have gone through this.
It will touch everybody, right?
Yeah, it will. He ran a marathon, and maybe the Boston Marathon. It was in April. It was in April. Then he came back and he was running again in August, and he was running a 16-miler. When he got done, he was just wiped out, more tired than usual. Yeah, and went to the doctor, and there it was. I mean, you get that diagnosis, and that changes your life quickly.
This you get a blood cell count was
so low,
alarming.
Yeah, alarmingly low. He was wiped out. Yeah, I mean, then you read these articles and you think about that moment when you're told you have leukemia, and you're in for a fight.
He'll also mention, I'm sure, how he talked about that he would not be here if he would have been probably in that mainframe of coaching, because you don't take care of yourself as a coach.
You don't.
You just work. And he probably wouldn't have felt. He probably wouldn't have felt that. And he said his biggest reason was that he was training, and he didn't want to miss days. He was sick. He knew he was sick, and so when he went in, that's how they discovered this.
Right.
He said there's a chance they would have discovered this with me for several more months if I would have been just trudging through the 16-hour days of trying to get, as he mentioned, trying to get a first down.
Yes. Coaches, the coach life is not easy. Craig Bull talked about that the other day, that he said it was like a fire hose every day. Nowadays, for a head coach, because of the new age college football, it's like a fire hose every day. Yeah, he said 16-hour days. 16-hour days.
Yeah, and
I try to get everything done in 5.
How does that go for you? Like, get on my hog.
Get worked out in.
That was the time that like it's
Go sleep to Lindo. Have a nice lunch.
yeah.
Nice championship wings and rings. Too. Just really all about comfort of the day.
I wanted to get that 5-hour work day.
I'm doing it 5 times a week. That's 25 hours.
That's pretty good.
Most coaches hit that on Tuesday. People always ask me, like, I don't think about getting back in. I go, I don't know. I had like 34 years of not sleeping. I mean, just like it is. It's remarkable how you get into a rhythm of getting home late and the alarm goes off and you just pop right up out of bed and you go back and you're always moving. That's why you're able to do it. You're always in some sort of motion. Things are going on, and you can't get ahead. You can't get ahead.
I've talked to coaches for 30 years, and I hear those same things, and it freaks me out every time. I remember talking to Jay Norvell when he was an assistant at UCLA, and he had to make the commute in. His son was still young, and he'd say, I just go in. I get home usually at about 1 or 2, and then I'm back up at 4. I'm just like,
sounds fun.
I said, why do you got to do that? Well, we got to commute in because we don't. The UCLA
live there.
UCLA assistants aren't. They're not making enough to live in Westwood or near it.
Yeah, so they live an hour or something. If you talk to like my head coach in college, Jim Savota was also an assistant coach at UCLA, and so you would sleep in your office Sunday, Monday, Tuesday night, just on an air mattress because the
Great
commute,
for your family life.
Yeah, because the commute was too much, and so it was. And there was times I've slept in my office numerous times.
Have you?
Just because it was so late, and luckily we were at a place that had a couch or something. It's like, okay, I can get an extra hour of sleep. If I just fall asleep now, instead of driving home, all this kids catch an hour of sleep to be able to go back.
It's not an easy life, Jake. It's not.
I never thought that it was.
And it plays out on national TV.
And it's very results driven.
I would say all results driven.
Good thing is that no one really has an opinion on your job.
Yeah, that too. Especially guys who've never played the game. That's a really good thing.
So no football.
Yeah.
So no football.
So when we it will be something you don't want to miss on Monday with Coach Lubick. And in case you guys know, he comes from a football family. His dad, Sonny, was just an incredible coach, legend, former defensive coordinator at the University of Miami. There was a head coach forever at Colorado State, and they were a tough, rugged team. That was one of those teams you play Colorado State. It's like, oh man, I was at Utah, had to go against them. It was like, oh man, it was like, here we go. He did an unbelievable job there running the program. So that'll
be a good Monday. It'll be inspirational.
It'll be very inspirational. And also, there's no one listening that cancer doesn't hit their life through themselves, their family, wherever. And it's just an incredible story.
It's hard to
when you listen to him, and then you listen to obviously just how thankful and how happy he is. And he's a long ways from out of the from out of the woods.
We will have Matt Lubick on in the 7:00 hour on Monday.
Okay,
so that's for those curious. Yeah, about 7:10 or so, 7:15. We'll have him on. We'll go to about 7:35, 7:40.
Thank you for that, Bill.
So
thank you for that.
Before we get to break, I think we have to hit this regarding something on the desk over there.
I don't know what this is.
Yeah,
me and Zipper were taking a bath
for the first time in whatever. Did you quote Bill Busch in an article over there?
Give me that article.
I think you quoted him.
I wrote about him.
Yeah, you did.
Yeah,
I think that's worth breaking news because it doesn't happen. You get referred to all the time as a source sometimes.
The source. So I actually got. Did you actually do that, Steve? There's one part I did. Let me see if I can find it.
Jake.
Did you not mention him at all?
No,
I did mention him.
I'm sorry I threw you off on this one.
No, we got this. Here it is. Down here at the bottom down there.
Please read what you wrote about, Bill.
All right, so what we're talking about,
where's this article in?
I don't. Yeah, this is breaking news in a sense.
The next page.
Yeah, I'm gonna.
On there.
Yeah,
Steve has it. We got it, Steve.
Yeah, so we have talked about this massive change in college football that's coming quickly, according to our own Bill Busch. The NCAA Football Oversight Committee has introduced a legislative proposal that would expand the abilities of football support staff and permit all staff members to provide skill and tactical coaching instruction, both during practice and games. It's all moving fast. It's probably by Bill June 1 that this would probably be enacted. So yeah, I did write an article.
What'd you write here?
I wrote an article quoting Craig Bowl and Bill Busch.
Oh,
Craig Bowl is
Tell me what he does. It's incredible.
Yeah, he's the executive director of the American Football Coaches Association. He's the executive director.
It's important.
He helps lead the charge for things like this, and he's very supportive of this particular legislation, as is Bill Busch. Now, this is what I wrote. I said there are plenty of veteran coaches who could benefit, including Bill Busch, age 58. I hope I got that right.
A little younger than that. Just throw out numbers. Don't let facts get in the way of a story.
Former Nebraska assistant who has enjoyed a distinguished career on the sideline for several schools and is currently thriving as a sports radio co-host on Early Break.
You wrote that
alongside yours truly.
Yeah,
and Jake Sorensen.
Jake Sorensen.
How about that? I mentioned in the article.
Busch is keen. This is really embarrassing, but you
I did the breaking news.
You did this.
I had to.
Busch's keen football insight and unique sense of humor make him a natural for radio. But if this legislation indeed passes, I'm betting Busch will be back on the sidelines somewhere in 2024. That is breaking news because it would affect Early Break negatively. But we will think about that when we have to. Think about his strong coaching and upside down.
Trying to read. I love this.
This is where it breaks. So
that's
the
go
gist.
to the next page. I think it's on the next page.
You're going to read your praise.
Well,
is what you're trying to get at.
What else can you say about it? There's some really cool things in the next page. Don't stop. You talk about my fitness level. Bill does a great band workout.
Think about his. It says think about his strong coaching and recruiting, and then it ends. And I think I probably said recruiting acumen. He belongs on the sideline, which I was by the comments. There was a lot of comments on the article, and a lot of them were Nebraska should hire Bill or somebody should hire Bill, which is nice, but it's not nice for Early Break. So it's a little bit.
I just thought it was worth mentioning. It was a nice article.
Fine, Jake.
It's a great article.
It was nice words here.
Here's why it's interesting.
Good job.
Here's why it's interesting for Nebraska.
Yes,
is that all of a sudden it opens up doors. So there'll be new coaches coming on staff at all your favorite schools. They'll be different, and there'll be a few, and you then have to have a plan. And so some of it might just be, hey, that those who are now analysts will be up. But here's the thing that comes up that's really important.
Okay.
That you have to have such alignment in your program, and you better have a veteran head coach, which what Nebraska has, because more is not better.
Not necessarily.
More is not better. A few people to add at the right spot can be very critical adds to you. But all of a sudden, if you just say, yeah, we're going to have 25 guys, and all of a sudden everybody's talking, everybody's coaching, and then sometimes you get somebody going like, I don't know why they're doing that, or not in alignment. And that's a death blow to you. Now, the veteran people, how do you think it'd go at Alabama under Saban? Really well. It'd be crystal clear what your assignment was.
Yeah, he's big on that.
He'd be crystal clear with an Urban Meyer, with a Kirby Smart, with all the. I mean, and the same thing with Coach Rule here, because he's a veteran guy. But you can also screw it up by having too many cooks in the kitchen, type of thing. So it'll be looked at, but there's a chance to, and also where it'll jump up for a lot of people will be someone that gets let go, and they're getting paid for a year. Now they can go and they can coach. They can go someplace, and they're on the field coaching. Where before you just go be an analyst, and then you just sit around. But now you can be on the field coach, or you can help in meetings. You can do all these different things. So it's a big piece on what's gonna happen, and it is gonna happen. But here's the deal: it's a multi-billion-dollar company, not company, but industry. So let them be coached.
Yeah,
it's idiotic. It's idiotic to say you have. I'll give an example. NFL has 53 or 48 active on game day, 53 total, I think, in that area, right? They like the Cowboys. They have like 24 coaches. Right. He coaches this spot.
Product will be better.
He's a passer. Let the product be better.
Product will be better.
The product will be better. You get to coach him. You get to have guys doing things with him. So it's a big plus.
There's one thing I'd add, Jake. The music's going, and I hear it.
Yes, we hear it.
One thing
one
thing I'd add.
I didn't turn it up.
Is it's a huge deal when coaches get hired now, because there's only 10 or 11. It'll be less new. The news will be a little more diminished now. You know, when there's a coach hiring, because there's going to be so many of them.
This is why I see someone like Frost at Ohio State, because now they can hire him. He can be on. He's going there as an analyst. No, he's not. He's going there to coach the slot receivers. Or he's going there to coach whatever.
I'm still saying that's a hard pill to swallow. I was a head coach at UCF. I was a head coach at Nebraska. And now I'm coaching the slots.
But sometimes, but
it's something.
He hasn't coached in 2 years.
Though. Think about this. Look at the guys that went to be just analysts at Alabama.
Well, big names.
Sarkisian. Imagine he was the head coach at Washington and USC, had a bad situation, public, goes there, boom, guess where he's at now? Head coach of Texas.
UT.
Look at the guys that went, the people that went through there. Loxley was 3-30 at New Mexico.
Yeah, I think he was.
Now he's making $6-7 million a year at Maryland.
He's back-to-back
bowl games.
Rehab program.
So sometimes it's like a rehab program.
When we come back, let's have Bill's Thrills. Cool parenting tips on a Thursday next on Early Break in the Ticket.
You're listening to Early Break with Steve Sipple, Jake Sorensen, and Bill Busch on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Homeowners, is your yard in distress? Is your lawn being held hostage by stubborn and unruly weeds? Never fear, lawn lovers. Weedman is here. We'll rescue your lawn and restore its beautiful emerald green glory. The results of our expertly applied program are sure to impress the toughest of critics, your neighbors. Take that, Dale. Vanquish weeds and transform your lawn this year with Weedman Lawn Care. Get 50% off your first application. Go to weedman.com today. Terms and conditions apply. Go to weedman.com today.
Constructors is now hiring for all positions, with laborers starting at $23 and up based on experience. Constructors has immediate job openings for laborers, mechanics, bridge builders, operators, and drivers. Start your new career today. Constructors offers great pay, health, dental, and vision insurance, paid time off, paid holidays, and so much more. Join the crew today and be a part of Nebraska's oldest paving company dating back to 1908. For a complete list of openings and to apply online, visit constructorslincoln.com.
If the week's been too hectic to even think about dinner, or your family can't handle one more night of leftovers, then it's time to let Hog Wild do the cooking. Hog Wild's family packs are one heck of a good deal for a complete barbecue meal loaded with all the smoked meats, tasty sides, buns, and sauces you need to feed your family. Order online at GoHogWild.com. Hog Wild Pit Barbecue, 3210 Cornhusker Highway in Lincoln.
But don't be late, we close at 8.
Sick of being upsold at gyms?
My guy, you're currently a base member? For $90 more, I can upgrade you to our Shred membership. For $130 more, you'll be a Swole member. And for just $300 more, you'll reach Sweat Platinum.
At Planet Fitness, you'll get energy without the upsell. Never pushy, always free fitness training and equipment for every workout. It's fitness that fits your budget. Join Planet Fitness for just $1 down and $10 a month. Cancel anytime. Deal ends Friday, April 12th. See Home Club for details.
This is Brad with Midwest Bank, proudly serving our Nebraska communities for over 70 years. We're a community bank, making local decisions, supporting local organizations, and helping local businesses and farms succeed. We are dedicated to serving our clients and helping them meet their financial needs with sound, innovative banking solutions. From an array of checking and deposit accounts, cash management services, to small business, real estate, and ag lending. We're here for you. Your community, your bank, Midwest Bank. Find out more at midwestbank.com. Member FDIC.
For over 15 years, Integrated Life Choices has empowered individuals with disabilities in Lincoln and throughout Nebraska. They provide comprehensive services from group homes and independent living services to job training, ensuring fulfilling lives for those that they serve. Now, they're inviting you to join their mission. If you're passionate about making a difference in the lives of people with developmental disabilities, explore rewarding career opportunities with them. Learn more about their services and apply today at www.ilc.net. Be a part of Integrated Life Choices, where your work truly changes lives.
Rashawn Jackson here for Bauer Infrastructure, a veteran-owned local company proudly serving Lincoln, Lancaster County, and the surrounding areas. Bauer provides quality work at an affordable price, and they're growing rapidly. If you want to experience a career with a fast-paced, family-friendly environment, visit BauerInfrastructure.com. They have top-of-the-line benefits, year-round work, even through the winter. Bauer, usher in the new era of infrastructure to an area near you. And as always, go Big Red!
My dream was to work in commercial banking, but it required a college degree and I didn't have one. I found out that Doane had classes for adult learners on the Lincoln campus and online. So I earned my bachelor's degree, and 5 months later, I landed my dream job. I decided to continue my education, and now I'm working on my MBA at Doane. For me, the Doane experience has been life-changing.
Ever wish you had another light switch on the other side of the room on a dark night? How much better would you sleep at night if you had a ceiling fan in your room? The High Electric Service Department is here to make your electrical what-ifs a reality. Whether you're looking to replace some outdated light fixtures or brighten up your counters with under-cabinet lighting, High Electric can handle all types of residential electrical installations and services. Give Erica a call at 402-466-6606 or visit high-electric.com to get started. Empower a child today with a Teammates Mentoring Program. Hope is only a conversation away when you choose to share your talent, time, and heart with a child. Together, you can build a relationship based on strengths and chart a brighter future, 1 week at a time. Find out how you can be a mentor by visiting LincolnTeammates.org. Become what you needed as a kid by joining the Teammates Mentoring Program today.
Anybody who knows me knows I was cocky out of the womb.
Is Early Break with Sip and Jake, brought to you by Gaina Trucking. Weekday mornings from 6 to 8 on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Bad guy. We will get to Bill's Thrills in one moment. Before that, we just had an incredible gift during the break.
Breaking news?
Yeah, go
Wait,
breaking news.
I think I might do that. Hang on one second.
Jake, present it like you're Charles Carroll.
Yeah,
okay?
we have breaking news.
Come on. This is big.
Early Break has received a gift courtesy of Sonny Beck from Beck's
From Sonny
Hybrids.
directly from Indiana.
Directly from Sonny Beck of Beck's Hybrids. If you're watching the video,
I don't have mine on.
Bill you have yours somewhere.
I got it right over there. I'll wear it probably every day.
Well, okay, get to the video stream on Facebook, Twitch, YouTube, Twitter, Allo961. You can see Sip is standing up in his brand new Beck's Hybrids black
God,
hoodie.
it looks good.
Full zip hoodie.
Yeah. I've got a hoodie. Jake's got a hoodie also. And it's what
Look at this.
It's what I'll wear. This is something I'd wear out, like Saturday night.
What
if
did
you're
you
going out to dinner?
What
I
did
would
you say
wear
when
that.
you received yours? You said you
I wear it every single day.
every day.
Yeah. Every single day.
I gave, that it's from Sonny,
Beck.
but Trevor delivered it.
He did.
And I gave him a full hug. I embraced him.
I
And you
saw
hugged
this
him
happen.
too.
Yeah, you gave
And
him
you
a hug.
hugged him too. I mean, that's how happy we were.
Forever.
Yeah.
This is amazing. I got a blue one.
He looks regal.
It does.
It feels good.
It looks
It's
regal.
a good
Yeah.
feel. It fits
And
properly.
here's the thing
It's
too.
Beck's.
It's that smooth.
I know.
So you don't get like
Knots.
dog hair.
Yep.
Doesn't stick to it. Yeah. Bullet won't stick to it.
Perfect.
Yeah.
So
Trevor,
Sonny Beck,
Sonny,
Beck's
so
Hybrids.
Sonny,
Thank you so
what
much.
happened was Sonny's been listening to the promos out in Indiana. Sonny put the package together. Trevor took clients and they flew in a jet out to see Sonny and to talk seed. Sonny then embraced him with the package to get this to Early Break. And he goes, I will. Embraced him. Sent that back. And now he drove down from York. We didn't get a chance to even talk about the Elks Club. But anyway, that's how it
here's
got
the level
here.
of detail.
It's imported.
Let's talk about Beck's level of detail. They knew that I don't like Jake looks good in that, but you know what I like?
You
I
don't
like
like
full
hoodies.
zips.
Yeah. And
Full zips.
you do. You like full
He
zips.
brought that out. The first thing I looked at, okay, is this going to be a quarter zip? No.
Full zip.
Full zip. And that's what you wear. And what do I wear? I wear hoodies.
Right.
I wear
Or
hoodies
quarter
or
zip.
quarter zip. That's all I wear. And guess what? Sonny knew what we wanted.
He knew what we liked.
Yeah. It's like he knows, hey, you want
called
to
attention to
have
detail.
you want to have some great corn crops? I know what you want. Here's the seed you want right over here. Here's the one. Load these up.
I'm all in.
Attention to detail is important. So thank you to Beck's Hybrids and Sonny and Trevor for helping us out here. It is time, without further ado, for a Thursday edition of Bill's Thrills. So without further ado, here we go.
Some call him the most interesting man in the world.
That is setting up the morel mushroom bonanza.
Oh,
yeah.
this is going to be bonanza.
Mushrooms grow better with thunder and lightning.
Others call him Coach. But to everyone else, he's Bill.
I want to get one of those military ab stimulators for us to wear during the show. You see, I sent it to you today.
It's time for Bill's Thrills on Early Break Sponsored by Dirk, Scott, and Ty at Mid-Plains Advisors.
Yes, as always, Bill's Thrills is sponsored by Dirk, Scott, and Ty at Mid-Plains Advisors, the ATMs, the cash cows of Lincoln. Call them at 402-730-7387 or stop by just north of 27th and Old Cheney. Bill, the floor is yours, and I believe a cool parenting tip Thursday.
Thank you. I did just talk to Scott, and he said that they will not give out they're not going to acknowledge or they're not going to give out any point spreads or picks for the crown jewel next year. They're just what's it called?
What's that tournament called?
The crown basketball tournament.
Whatever. I thought it was the crown jewel. Anyway, they
might as well be called that.
They text me that they will not be giving their picks. They just do it for the NCAA tournament and the NIT. That's all they're doing.
I appreciate that stance.
So they have a stance. They made a firm stance, and I'm just going to support them because they make so much money for everybody. So appreciate it. What's today, Jake?
Cool parenting tips Thursday.
God, something has come up, and it struck me. And it's not. It goes back in time with my memories, but also it's current right now. So there's a song. It's out right now. I wish Grandpa's never died.
Yeah.
It's by Riley Green. So
Riley Green.
And only listen when you Google that today to listen to it. If you haven't listened to it, only listen to the live version. The live version's way better. So when you Google it, listen to the live version. And there is a line in there, wish I could learn to drive again. It's that small time in your life when it's electric. Remember when you learned how to drive? It was such a big deal. I mean, and think how small the window is. It's this small little window. But it's that. So embracing taking your youth driving. So we're in the middle of that right now. It's the smallest of windows. And right now, Gigi is enthralled with driving.
Is she?
She is getting her learner's permit. She's getting herself prepared to be a driver. And she is in fact. And so never turn it down. No. Never turn. No. Hey, do you want to go drive? Yes. That's what I said. That's why I said yes right away. You want to go?
But don't you find it? It's very. It's stressful.
God, it's anti-stressful for me.
Yes. Oh, God,
so yesterday we had a day. Yeah. Yesterday was I pick her up at school. She drives home from school, and so that was great. And then also last night I knock on her door. She's in her room like that. It's dark out. I go, I'm not gonna learn to drive at night. Sitting in your bedroom. No, let's go. So we went, and guess what she did? Popped up out of bed. She's just sitting there doing her work, whatever. She's like, let's go. We went and drove all around Lincoln. I have zero stress. And I have zero stress.
I had stress.
We talked very calmly.
Holy God.
Talked about some things. And we left and we said, what's our focus today? She goes, blinkers. Mm-hmm. Blinkers were the focus of the day. She went perfect to the last turn and forgot it. She was mad at herself. I go, that happens. We're going to keep moving on. I don't get worked up about it. And I let her drive. She drove the big rig. She drives the truck.
Good God.
Wow.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. She drives.
That's some trust there, bro.
I always ask her, which one do you want to go out? She goes, no, let's take Mom's car.
No.
But she's driven the truck twice, and she parks it inside the garage.
That makes sense.
I make her bring it in.
Here's the thing about that, though. I get, 4 or 5 grandkids taught him how.
Yeah.
One of them would almost hit parked cars all the time.
When you're on
that side.
On that side, in the rear view misses like this. I'll always be kind of like this. My version is always inch left, inch left.
Yeah, sometimes I'll grab the wheel.
Inch a little bit over here because they don't.
Their perception isn't great. Not everyone.
Please.
No. Some of the kids I found they drive really fine right off the bat. It's amazing.
It's a lot.
Some of them are like, but I'll tell you this: I was really nervous during their when they have to take the test.
Yeah.
But now the test is just drive around the block.
Yeah, it's nothing like you get nothing. No.
So I just drove around the block.
I'm teaching her some fun things. How to drive with your wrist. How to just steer with just one hand. Look cool while you're doing it. Some little things.
What else?
Well, then also, so my dad asked me. He goes, "Does that make you very nervous?" I'm like, "No." As if something,
I'm surprised you're
if
not
something
nervous.
happens, we just get it fixed. If they wreck the car, we just get it fixed. Is what it is. I'm not going to. There's again.
You are in a different tax bracket.
It comes back. This comes back to the new basketball tournament. There's just this isn't something to be stressed about.
Yeah.
Because she's being very responsible. But I'm just telling you, cool parenting. The window is so small.
Yeah.
Because in like a month or so, whatever like that, I'm like, hey, you want to go driving? No. I already have my friend. I know. I have this. No, I don't need this.
You're right.
And so it's true. It's such a small window, and you get that chance and that excitement. I remember, Mike's. I can remember it like it was yesterday.
I can too. Now I would take them over to what's the
because you
Innovation Campus?
5. You taught 5. Wow.
Innovation Campus was a great place to go because it's like a little city over there.
Yeah.
But then there was a time with Alex. I said, okay, we did the little city. Now we got to go out into the big city.
Yeah.
And
how'd that go?
It went okay. He's a good driver.
Yeah.
Alex is a better driver than me. All of them are pretty
You're
much.
not allowed to drive on road trip. People have established that.
Right.
And that's where we would we drive neighborhood. And also, I'm like, all right, here we go. Pioneer, 70th, 84th, whatever.
God.
We get out there and
you just start them right in the city.
We get going pretty quick. We start in the neighborhood, but the neighborhoods are really tough because if you get the cars parked side by side and different, sometimes it's like they're coming through some tight windows.
100.
And so it's almost easier to drive out there. And I know we talk through scenarios that are coming up on curves and what we're looking for and right away.
I love this one.
This stuff. And so but the window's so small. Just embrace it.
You know what? My dad, if my dad's listening, and my mom, they didn't teach me. I taught myself. One time I backed the Jeep out accidentally. I hit it went into neutral and it went out in the street. And I was like, oh shit. I got to get this back. And I just started it up and started. Now it was a clutch and a 4 on the floor. So it was hard.
Oh, yeah,
and I
really
killed
hard.
it a bunch of times, but then I got going and I started driving around the neighborhood. I'm like, wait a second. I can drive this Jeep. I can drive this CJ5 right now. And that's how I learned. I just kept driving. And sometimes I'd get in. I wouldn't even tell my mom and dad. I'd just get in and back it out and drive it around the neighborhood a little bit, pull it back in. Nobody taught me how to drive. I taught myself how to drive. Nobody taught me how to drive.
Is that why you're not allowed to drive on trips?
Did a little bit, but it's also
nobody taught me.
I was taught I went through driver's ed training, so that was fun.
I didn't do that.
We did that, but also we had, just like you said, we had my grandma's old Impala from like 1971 or something like that, and we
get in it.
As soon as my parents would leave or something like that to go do something, we drove it around. Just started her up and drove it all around the neighborhood like that. No one thought anything of it. That was, and if someone saw it, it's like, oh, they're just driving the neighborhood. It's just no big deal. No big deal.
No, it was a big deal at first. I'd say the first 3 times you do it, you're like, oh God, this is amazing.
Yeah.
Then it wears off and then it just became practice. I would just practice.
From the text line, the Hammer says, the very first time I took my daughter out, we went to the country. When she was turning, she forgot to slow down, and we ended up in a ditch.
Yeah, that can happen.
It can happen.
Yeah.
Can 100%
started her off
happen.
on gravel. That's we've not done gravel yet. We a couple times we're doing some roads. Let's not do gravel yet.
Well, Scaper says always need to start on a gravel road because if you can drive on gravel, you can drive anywhere.
Not a bad call. Not a bad thought. I'm on board with you. It's not a bad thought. I'm always worried about some hills and cars coming over the top.
Yeah.
You learn that stuff.
Oh, yeah, that's not easy. Yeah.
And gravel can pull you a little bit sometimes.
Sure can.
But they're not wrong with what they're saying.
Someone had to teach their son on I-40/35 in Kansas City.
God,
that sounds like a horrible.
That'd be horrible.
I would be freaked out.
All right, here we go. Let's go on the interstate.
The stress would be a little bit high for that one.
My stress would be a little bit higher on that one. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
We're merging. Yeah. Come on. There's somebody over there.
I've also got it made, though, because Gigi pays attention. She listens and she's smart and she pays attention. She knows them. Also, it was so much.
joke.
It was so much bigger in our day, because the vehicle and moving about in a vehicle was so important. There was no cell phones. So to get to where people were at and what was going on, you had to get into a vehicle. You had to go cruise Maine. You had to do find out what was happening. I mean, there was no, hey, where's Stacy at? I don't know. Call her. We can't call her. We got to see. We got to drive around and see where she's at.
Yeah.
Where's Darlene at? What's going on?
Where is Darlene?
Yeah, where is she? So that's how you found him. That's what you did. You drove around.
Right.
That is Bill's Thrills, sponsored by Dirk, Scott, and Ty at Mid Plains Advisors. By the way, episode 25 of Bill's Thrills is out today. 26 comes out tomorrow. We've got the madness of the intersection, elevate but don't hydrate, the coach, and the loathing of obvious statements is the Bill's Thrills.
Elevate and don't hide. Don't pour them Gatorade over them. Lift them up. Yeah. Better times.
Coaches.
Available on Spotify, Apple, wherever you get your podcast. Also from 2 to 3 p.m. Here on Sundays on The Ticket.
What's an obvious statement? What's an example? What's an example?
Of what?
An obvious statement.
The loathing of obvious statements.
You don't have to say certain statements. You don't have to say. I put you on the spot.
Oh, no, it was like that.
I put you on the spot.
No, it started off with like, can I be transparent?
Can I
be totally honest with you? Like you haven't been honest with me before. That's the one that gets me like that. Hey, I just want to keep it real. Really? Let's be honest about it.
Let's be completely honest.
Can I tell you something? Hey, honestly, can I tell you something? Shut up. It's like you haven't been honest the whole time. I don't know. You had to preface it. Oh, yeah.
Shut up is very harsh.
Very
Bill.
harsh.
Let's play the game show. Give us a call right now at 464-5685. Your chance to win a business box of bagels to Bagels and Joe. It's a throwback Thursday, 2008 Nebraska football.
That's not good for me.
It's very random. Bo
2008.
Pelini's first year.
That's right. Bo's first
Bo
year.
Pelini's first year at the helm.
2008. Think you know
I do know
2008
some
Nebraska football. 464-5685. Shut Up Simple starts right now.
We've all been there. You're listening to the radio, and then that rage starts to grow inside of you. It starts to consume you. It gets to a point where you just want to yell, "Shut up, Sipple!" No, sorry. I'm sorry. Well, here's your chance. It's time to shut up, Sipple. Call now to play. 464-5685. Shut up, Sipple. Brought to you by Bagels and Joe.
All right, 464-5685. Call the Sit Down and Trivia. Did you win yesterday or not? I forget on Wednesday. Did you guys?
Yeah, we won.
So 2-1 in the week then. 2-1 is the record going for a winning week.
All right, I want to lock in. Let's try to win today.
Okay.
Throwback Thursday.
I didn't know what we were doing for sure.
2008 Nebraska football. We've got Tom. Tom, how do you feel about 2008 Nebraska football today?
Not bad. I was actually working for the football program at the time.
Well, we're in a pickle.
We're in a pickle.
Hold, is this Tom Osborne?
Which Tom is it? Wow.
Tom, you were working for Bo?
Yeah, I was a student filmer.
Oh, nice.
Okay.
I'm a big fan of the video department. Yes.
We're in trouble.
Yeah, we're in trouble.
Well,
Yeah.
let's see how it goes. Bill's a lifeline for SIP for one question.
Let's get
as
this to
always.
overtime. I gotta
Tom,
keep.
first question, Tom. Who was Nebraska's offensive coordinator in 2008?
I think it was Jay Norvell.
No, I got it.
You got it. I got it 100%.
No, I got it 100% too. I love the man. He's a great dude. He came from the cradle of coaches.
You got it.
Sean Watson.
Brilliant. Sean Watson is correct. A 1-0 lead for SIP. SIP, your first question.
I got Bill in play.
What ACC team gave Nebraska their first loss in the 2008 season, a 35-30 loss that put the Huskers at 3-1?
I have no idea because I was going.
Okay, you're out.
Nebraska was 3-0. They lost to this team, ACC team.
ACC team?
35-30 was the score.
That'd be Pitt.
Do you want that?
Hunter would have said no. That's not.
Do you want that one or not, Tom?
I sure do. That's Virginia Tech.
Yep. Brilliant. Should have got it.
We're back in the pickle.
Stupid. Yeah, Bill
Back
was
in the pickle.
Bill was not good on the sideline that game. He hurt him.
Back to you, Tom, for the lead. 3 Huskers ended up on the All Big 12 first team from the 08 season. Ndamukong Suh, Nate Swift, and what offensive lineman?
Oh man, I think that wasn't Leiden Murtha, was it?
Is that your guess, Leiden Murtha?
Oh.
All right. No. It's not Leiden. Pass. That would be Matt Slauson. Matt Slauson.
God, you had it.
I had it. But I wasn't like, okay, it's a slam, but I did have it.
Okay, what's the score?
It's 1-1, and Bill's in play to help
Come
you
on
out.
now, dig in.
All right, SIP for the win. Who was Nebraska's starting tight end in the 2008 season?
God, Jake. Starting tight end. I mean, did you know this?
Trying to think with the. I think he would have been done.
I know who it is. He's from Kansas City. I can see him.
Reed.
Yeah, Reed.
Kyler Reed?
Yeah. That's all right.
It's a good name.
Yeah,
Correct.
100%.
Tom, do you want that one or do you want to pass and go to the tiebreaker?
Ciao.
No,
there a guy
I sure
from Pierce?
do. I'm pretty sure it's Ben Cotton.
You won the game on
damn game.
Mike McNeil was the tight end.
I would have had it. Yeah,
Mike
McNeil was good.
So Tom will get you a bagel and a coffee. Thanks for calling in and calling down the road. He's gone. That's the winning week again. 2
Nice.
straight winning weeks in the game.
He handed it to us.
Yeah, he did.
The film guy handed it to
did.
us.
He did.
Hey,
Hold it
McNeil.
now. Hey, Tom, you worked there. Should have won this one.
Should have won that one.
Was Tifa Tiller still on that team?
I don't know.
Yes.
Was he?
Hunter
Wasn't
was still
starter.
there.
Was he
Yes.
still there? They probably didn't. I wonder, Jake, what would you have done if I said Tifa Tiller? Because I'm sure he started at times.
At times he did. Caught a touchdown pass against Kansas State on the fake field goal. If you remember that one?
I kind of do.
It was the first trip down. And
I'm glad you didn't say it.
Bill said, run it. Threw it for a touchdown.
Really?
Yeah.
Bill, for you, tiebreaker, how many passing touchdowns did Nebraska have in 2008?
2008. 14.
Over.
27.
Oh,
27 that year.
Yeah, they threw it around.
So
Watson was good. He had a rough time here, though. I mean, it was rough. He had a rough time. I remember talking to him one time, just a coach's vignette story. He was getting fired. Bo did it very delicately, and I don't know. He was having a hard time watching. He wanted to go to the movies, and he told me, "Yeah, I could go to the movies, but people stare at me, so I pull my hat way down over my eyes." He had a hard time. It was a hard time.
It sucks.
No, it was horrifying. It's horrifying.
Gotta hide myself.
You're in the professions. I would not have the stomach at all for it. Too much movement.
Do we have 30 seconds?
Yes.
What do you got?
Something real quick, because I saw AD out there. We talked the other day about time. My big deal about you don't have time.
Right.
You got time. You don't have time. Guess who always has time?
Who?
Aaron Davis. Aaron Davis
AD.
always has time. The other day he came out. I got a question for you with his speaking thing, because Aaron is he's an author, professional speaker, and every time he has time for me. He immediately he's not like, "Hey, I'll get with you." He stops. He's brought me and my sister in and spent hours with us on the profession. And just the other day, I asked him a question, and he sat down and just spent time with me right out here.
I wanted to talk to you, but you didn't have time for me.
Thank you to AD.
AD always has time. Thank you, AD.
Yeah, God bless.
Spillover is next, an early break in the ticket.
You're listening to Early Break with Steve Sipple, Jake Sorensen, and Bill Busch on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Clothes dryer not drying like it should? Could be your dryer vent. Call Bryant for a professional cleaning. 467-1111. Bryant Air Conditioning, Heating, Electrical, and Plumbing.
Gaina Trucking is hiring CDL Class A and B drivers. Gaina Trucking guarantees a 40-hour work week year-round. And their strong team culture makes it not a job, but a career. Gaina Trucking offers health, vision, and dental insurance, 401k with company match, an employee assistance program, and other bonus programs. Build a better career today with great team culture at Gaina Trucking. Learn more and apply today at GainaTrucking.com.
Jake Sorensen here for The Body Shop. My wife is nearing her due date with our first child and has been in need of a good massage as her body continues to change and adapt. Dennis and the team at The Body Shop were incredible with the prenatal massage that she's still talking about today. I was also able to get a deep tissue massage, so it was a great bonding experience and a unique couples massage in general. If you're in need of stress relief, book a massage today at thebodyshoplincoln.com. The Body Shop at 48th and A.
Plains Cover Crop is your one-stop seed shop. Call us now for spring and summer forages, CRP mixes, and fall cover crop blends. We do farm-specific consulting for practical and efficient seed blends to fit your geography and goals. With a very diverse inventory, we will tailor a blend just for you. We're also looking for contract growers, and we buy and sell rye. Find us online at plainscovercrop.com. Timeless agronomy practices paired with modern technology. East Highway 20 in Orchard and across Nebraska.
Are you looking to get into the electrical construction industry or wanting a new scene? The electrical workers of Local Union 265 are now hiring licensed journeymen and apprentices and are offering great pay and benefits. Call Mike at 402-875-1034 to apply. Start your electrical career today. You can get diesel anywhere, but what about Atomic Diesel? That comes from Stern. Atomic Diesel is your solution to all your cold weather problems. Prevent clogged fuel filters, increase your fuel economy, and save money with Atomic Diesel. Contact Roger at Stern today by calling 1-800-477-2744 to see how Atomic Diesel and the rest of their line of fuels and lubricants can keep your operation running at max capacity.
Sick of being upsold at gyms?
My guy, you're currently a base member? For $90 more, I can upgrade you to our Shred membership. For $130 more, you'll be a Swole member. And for just $300 more, you'll reach Sweat Platinum.
At Planet Fitness, you'll get energy without the upsell. Never pushy, always free fitness training and equipment for every workout. It's fitness that fits your budget. Join Planet Fitness for just $1 down and $10 a month. Cancel anytime. Deal ends Friday, April 12th. See Home Club for details.
Grab a free burger and beer at LA Power Sports of Lincoln on April 27th during their Husker Spring Game tailgate. Meet the LA Power Sports team, play some tailgate games with them, and enter for a chance to win an official John Elway autographed football. Check out their huge selection of boats and watercraft for the summer, along with hundreds of motorcycles, ATVs, and side-by-sides from all the major brands. Stop out and watch the game with them on April 27th. LA Power Sports of Lincoln, 27th and I-80. They'll be tailgating all day.
Your home is your empire. Protect it with Empire Fence. Get a free instant quote with the online estimating tool at empire-fence.com. See an upfront estimate with no hidden fees. An Empire Fence can provide privacy and improve the appearance of your home. Keep kids and pets in or out of your yard. Increase security and add value to your property. Visit empire-fence.com now to view the stylish and maintenance-free possibilities for your home and get a free instant online quote. Let Empire Fence protect your empire.
Well, party's starting early today, isn't it?
To more of Early Break with Sip and Jay, brought to you by Gaina Trucking. On 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Spill Over with Raf and AD, sponsored by Score One Smoke and Barbecue Rubs and Sauces for both competitors and backyard grillers alike. Go to scoreonesmoking.com, the online store, or Facebook and Instagram also at Score One Smoking. Raf, AD, how are we doing today? Good to see you guys.
Doing good. It's Thursday.
Thursday.
Welcome to work.
Almost the weekend. It's almost the weekend.
Welcome, guys.
Hi.
Glad to have you. Why? Raf seems high energy right now.
I got to work this weekend. It's not
You
not as fun for me as it is for you guys.
Well, I got to work.
Raf, you just traveled
I
to
gotta work.
Texas and Alabama. So
I got to work. I got to work.
What's going on?
We got who are we at? Liberty First Credit Union Arena, Ralston, the Spring Arts Festival.
Spring Arts Festival.
Wow, really?
Yeah.
That doesn't sound bad.
Nah, it'll be fine. I think it'll be my 17th time being there.
Good God.
It's a lot of times.
Yeah, you're getting up there. How old are you, Raf?
I am 49.
Okay, I ask you that occasionally. You're oldest. You and Frosty are the same age.
Yep, actually,
Scott
I'm a
Frosty.
little bit older than he is. I think he must have just turned 49, I believe.
Yeah, Frosty. We talked about Frosty earlier. That's the only reason I say that. You guys, I imagine, saw the article.
Yeah,
From
it
CBS
was.
Sports.
You
What
know,
do you think,
AD?
I thought Dodd, it's Dodd, right?
Dennis Dodd.
Friend of Sips.
Who is I didn't. There wasn't a lot. I didn't think it was a lot of substance, honestly.
Not for Nebraska,
God
at
bless
least.
you.
I really didn't think
God
there was.
bless you.
I didn't
For
think.
your strong opinion.
Yeah, I didn't. There was no. It wasn't a smear piece or anything like that. Scott didn't say a lot about. Didn't say anything about really Nebraska.
No, I guarantee you. We talked about our show, AD. I bet there were parameters set.
Oh, you better believe there were.
Yeah.
You better believe there. He wouldn't have got to sit down if
Nope.
if there weren't parameters.
No, a sports writer in that position, you just say. Now, some people say, "Oh, so you just let everybody do this?" Sometimes, no, you don't. But sometimes you got to. If you're going to get an interview, you want to get something. And if the person sets parameters, sometimes you just have to deal with that. And I guarantee if Frost said we're not talking about Nebraska, guarantee it, because he didn't talk about it.
You know,
I know Frost too, and he wouldn't do that.
Yeah. What do you think, Raph? Oh, I think that he'll get another shot. I mean, it helps talking about what you guys are talking about, adding the where the advisors can be coaching on the field.
Yeah,
and
where
stuff
the
now.
analysts and the directors of player personnel and all that.
I think just with the coaching fraternity, maybe this. Well, I thought he might return actually this year, but I would think by next year he'll have some sort of position. You know, either a position coach or maybe coaching an offense coordinator somewhere. I see that.
He was a coach of the year not many years ago.
Yeah.
In the nation. National coach
2017.
7 years ago. You don't just lose, jobs after that. You get a chance to get back in the game with
Maybe.
that kind of accolade.
I would even assume too that he's probably been offered some positions, but it just wasn't up to what he spoke about it with his family. They've got used to living in Scottsdale.
Mm-hmm.
He's probably being kind of selective on what he's looking for.
Nebraska
I would
paid him
guess.
$15 million to go out the door. He can be selective. The two things that were illuminating to me was he's dying to get back in. I thought that was illuminating.
Yeah.
Dying to get back in.
That one was actually surprising to me a little bit.
That quote?
Yeah, dying to get back in. You've been removed for a little over a year now out of the coaching biz. What's something you've done all your life. I mean, it surprised me that it didn't because it's something you've always done.
Yeah.
So I can understand. I was surprised that he said he was dying to get back in, but it goes to show you too, though.
I wasn't surprised. I just thought it was illuminating.
Yeah, it was.
But you think about it too. I mean, look at his family. Just every year of his life that had been alive, it always Larry and Carol coaching high school football. So he's been around it every single year. So then all of a sudden you go a year in your entire life.
Well, and that's what he said. He said there's always been something next for him. He was a player, in high school, and then he was a grad assistant, and then he was an assistant, and he was a coordinator, and then he was a head coach. This is the first time there's not been a next step.
Right.
So now the next step is probably a backward step, right? He's going to go from a head coach to an assistant and maybe a fairly low-level assistant.
Yeah.
So that was, and I thought it was illuminating that he said he'd be a coordinator, which is not a low-level assistant.
No.
But he doesn't have to be a head coach. I thought that was good. And he said he'd go to the NFL.
You guys had a great point this morning, though, all three of you, when you mentioned Callahan, had, obviously the Raiders here at Nebraska. But, like I said, he's definitely Callahan's the Mount Rushmore of offensive line coaches.
He's
So
the best.
Sometimes you have to fail at something or something to not go well to figure out what does go well for you, what fits for you. So this is not the last of Scott Frost. I mean,
I don't think so.
You'll see Scott will pop up somewhere else. He's got a good offensive mind. People can talk about the other, peripherals. I don't get into stuff like that. That's that man's personal life. But as far as on the field, Scott, I think could be a good OC someplace. I would say the same thing about Bo. I would hire Bo in a heartbeat as my coordinator back in the day.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
I Bo want back in the games.
I don't think he wants to work.
Older.
No, I don't think he wants to work for anybody.
No, and I'm just saying hypothetically, if when we talk about guys, sometimes it just didn't work out as a head coach. Callahan's a perfect example. There's plenty of other examples in the NFL. Jeez. You look at what's his name? Is that you look at Kelly? Well, not Kelly. Yeah, Kelly.
Yeah.
Chip Kelly. It didn't work out at UCLA.
Kelly.
Didn't work out in the pros, but now he's at Ohio State. He doesn't have to deal with the media necessarily. He doesn't have to be the CEO. He doesn't have to do the handshaking and the gripping and grinning.
So he said he's happier now.
He's just in his own mode, his own element. All he has to do is call plays and work with offense. I could see Scott do it. Everybody's not a figurehead.
No, everybody's not. Yeah. Now, some guys, though, I know guys that don't, once they've been a boss, they don't want to answer to anybody.
Mm-hmm.
And I think Bo falls under that category.
Yeah.
And I could see Frost going the lines of like Steve Sarkisian. I mean, look where Steve Sarkisian was at, and just the way that his career is transformed. I mean, yes, he had the Alabama, reclamation project with Saban, but I could,
like an analyst.
I could see Frost going somewhere, being a quarterback's coach. 2 years later, being the offense coordinator. The next thing you know, getting a chance to go head coaching again.
Can't head coach again at 55.
Sure.
And that could happen. Yeah, that could happen.
Think about this, you guys. You look in the pros, and a guy that I love. I absolutely love this dude because of his story, redemption. You look at your very own Jake McDaniels at the Dolphins.
Mike
man.
McDaniel.
I mean, that guy went through the ringer, had some bad things. Oh yeah, when had some struggles that he dealt with. He got fired from the Falcons, some other places.
Alcohol problems.
Alcohol, booze.
Just got fired from the Falcons.
Yeah,
because of alcohol problems. Yeah,
wasn't showing up to work, and he stepped away, got his life together. Said, you know what? I'm gonna come back different. And look at I love a comeback story.
Head coach.
I love a comeback.
You
story.
love Mike McDaniel.
I do. And McDaniel looks like my son. He looks like AD. He looks like my son. If you look at pictures of McDaniels, you look at AD. It's like, yep, that's him.
That's him.
And another thing a lot of people don't mention too about Frost is, yes, I know the record wasn't good, but look at all those games to where if you would have got a balance or a little bit of luck here and a little bit of luck there, that record could have been changed.
Sip said, 4-21 in one-score games? Is that what the record was?
4-21 in games decided by 7 or fewer points. 421.
That, my friends, is a lot of what ifs.
It is.
And that's what the era was.
Yeah.
That is it for us. The Drive with Raf, AD, and Amon Green is next. For Steve Sipple and Bill Busch, I am Jake Sorensen. We'll see you tomorrow.
This is Lincoln's home for sports talk on the FM dial. Also online at theticketfm.com.
On the internet.
KNTK FM Firth, 93.7 The Ticket.